Alright guys, BLM here, back with a new live stream. We're here after episode 6 of Survivor. A bit of a late start here, I do apologize for that. Yeah, got a couple things I want to get done before we started here, and also I got caught up watching Anthony Caliber's stream where he just got world record in Last of Us, any percent. But anyway, yeah, we're gonna continue on here, Judgment, and obviously talk about Survivor. Bug Snacks, yeah, that, we got DLC. I mean, I'm so excited, obviously. By the way, that was shit, by the way, the state of play today. I mean, there were a couple, like, I mean, Little Devil Inside looks really fucking good, but, outside of that, I mean, what a shit show that was. Yeah, Merge, yeah, that was something, too. Fuck me. Actually, to be honest, like, thank God they did that, though, in the sense that it makes me feel better for not doing my mid-season power ranking last week, because it would have made it pointless anyway, so, cool. Again, this Saturday will be mid-season power ranking. So yeah, I think I have the list finalized, not entirely sure. I have the top finalized. Like, I know who's at the top. I know who's at the very bottom. It's more so like 7, 8, 9 that I'm kind of like hovering around. But, yeah. I mean, like, does Erica have any incentive to not break the hourglass? Like, this, again, that's what's so fucking dumb about this. Like, she's obviously gonna do it, right? Like, because she's not immune unless she breaks it, right? So it's like, why would she not break it? Like, it's completely pointless, the choice here. Really, everything here is terrible. I hate everything they did in the Merge episode, from a production standpoint. Like, again, this is like very Australian Survivor of them, and like everything I hate from Australian Survivor. Like, I really don't get what the fuck they're doing here. Again, we got a non-elimination episode. I believe I believe I talked about this last, like, Judgment stream. Isn't this the first time ever we've had no elimination over the course of an episode? Like, I don't think that's ever happened before in Survivor US, where I think, like, every episode's either had, a vote out, or a medevac, or a quit, or, like, something of that nature. Like, I believe this is the first time ever, we have had an episode with no elimination at all, which is ridiculous, because it was, like, for a pointless reason, too. Yeah, again, like, what the fuck was this episode? I mean, like, I will say, I like the episode as a whole. Like, I mean, like, if we're taking out the challenge that went on for way too fucking long, and then, like, the twists and stuff, like, I thought everything else was pretty strong. Like, I like seeing the Merge dynamics. But then again, that's like every Merge episode. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what this was. I don't know, yeah, what am I gonna do with a Merge with Merge episode ranking? Like, because I'm gonna do it next year. I think before 43 was the plan. But, like, if I do it, do I have to fucking include both episodes now, or do I just include this episode? I guess I would just include this episode, right? But either way, that's weird too. Yeah, again, like, I don't know what the fuck this episode was. I think Sydney's gone. I've been saying this for forever, and I think this, to be honest, I was thinking, like, holy shit, Sydney actually made it through, like, when we got the immunity thing. But then at the end, when we got the reveal that the Erica thing is coming to play, I'm like, yeah, Sydney's gone now. I think there's no way Sydney's getting through this next round. Again, like, the edit's been there for a while now. Like, I'm gonna be mind blown if Sydney survives this next episode. So, we'll see. I mean, again, like, there's obviously, I mean, like, all right, who's even up for grabs? We got Erica, or not Erica, no, we got Ricard, we got Evie, we got Sydney, Deshawn, Danny, right? And then Nasir. Yeah, I think it's Sydney. I mean, like, it could be Evie. Evie's the other possibility, I think. But I think it's Sydney, based on the edit. I feel like it's got to be her. And if, again, I said this last time, if it's not Sydney, then I think it's I think she's probably making it to the end and being, like, a losing finalist or something like that. But I feel pretty good about her being the Merge boot here. That's what makes sense with, like, how her story's been told so far.
You asked for it.
So, yeah, I mean, think that's definitely happening. Could be Ricard. It could be. I think actually, yeah. I think that I was actually looking at the confessional. What the fuck? I did not mean to do that. I was actually looking at the confessional chart earlier. I believe Ricard, Sydney, and is it? There's 4 people that have gotten confessionals every episode. I'm trying to think. I think Shan and someone else. But either way, it's like I did find it interesting that Ricard has gotten confessionals every episode. So I guess there's definitely a chance there too, actually. Now that I think about it. But yeah, I mean, like Ricard's at it. By the way, Ricard's also didn't get it as well. Like I think he's done after this. I mean, he was done before this, but I think this episode like further cemented it that I think he has no chance. Yeah, like really bad merge episode for him, and I think this episode has made me even more solidified in I think Tiffany's winning. Like I feel like this was also a bad episode for Shan, and for this to be the merge episode is not great. Mind you, again, Adam had a bad merge episode, but I feel like that was done purposely, where I don't think this was done purposely for Shan. What am I doing here? Inquire. Like, who's there to talk to? Whatever. Yeah, Heather still gets no confessionals. Like, she's the only person in this episode to get no confessionals. That's insane to me. That she's literally had 2 confessionals this entire season so far. Actually, really, the confessional chart in general is very surprising to me. Where, like, the second lowest confessional getter is Nasir. Which is a bit of a surprise. I mean, it was obviously Erica before this episode, but this episode, pushed Erica up a spot, but still, I mean, surprising Nasir's only had 8 confessionals this season. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know if production hates Heather. I just think they probably just, I don't think she's that important to the story. I think she's probably going to be like a mid-merge boot that, like, maybe, I'm kind of like a Sunday position. I think the comparisons are still there. Mind you, Sunday was a little bit more prominent in the edit, obviously, but even then, like, Sunday still got a very small edit, too. So, like, I kind of see that's, like, that being the trajectory for Heather right now. Like, probably, like, 7th, 8th place, somewhere in that range. Probably, like, right before the finale or so. Deshawn, I think Deshawn's out. I think after this episode for me, I feel like Tiffany's the winner. I feel like she's the only one that I actually have a solid opinion about that has a chance at winning. Which is going to make the mid-season power ranking interesting, because if I'm wrong, then I'm just going to look like a fucking idiot. But who fucking cares? It'll be interesting. Which, again, spoiler for mid-season power ranking, I guess. But yeah, I mean, like, I feel like this episode was overall, like, I feel like it was a net positive for Tiffany, obviously. I think it was a net positive for Liana, but, like, still not great. Again, I think Shan's edit went down. Evie probably is, like, slightly down, but she was already, like, on a downward trajectory. I don't remember who else was the top. Deshawn's, like, around the same spot. Like, I mean, not much change in terms of the actual placements since last episode. But, yeah, it'll be interesting to talk through it in the mid-season power ranking, which I'll probably record on Friday, I'm thinking. I probably won't bother doing it tomorrow, because I won't have time to edit it until Friday anyway, so I might as well wait a day. But, yeah, that'll be out this Saturday. Which is going to make this month kind of ridiculous in terms of views and everything. Kind of stacked it a bit too much. I did not expect the fucking Jeff Probst's least favorite player video to do as well as it did. But that's still doing ridiculously well. Who do I have number 2? I mean, just wait. And it's on Saturday. But I mean, like, I'm actually, like, I think 2 and 3 I'm actually not 100% solid on right now. I'm kind of flipping back and forth between them, because it's a switch from last week where I swapped 2 and 3, but I'm not 100% on if I should still. I'm the tough thing I'm trying to compromise right now is Edgic with Real Game, where I feel like Real Game, like if we're talking about how people are positioned within the game right now, I feel like people like Danny should be higher than what he's probably going to end up being. I feel like probably like a Liana should be pretty high, and like I mean, there's like people that should be higher from like a Real Game standpoint, but then like from an Edgic standpoint, I'm kind of like a bit more hesitant. And that's kind of where I am, like, kind of wavering on some placements. But, I mean, again, like, the bottom should be pretty clear. I mean, like, I'm debating also, like, at the bottom. Like, should I put Sydney at the bottom? I don't think I'm going to. Because, like, yeah, like, I feel like Sydney's going home. But I don't think I'm going to put her at the very bottom, just because if she survives, I think she has a chance to win, technically. While you got like Erica and Heather, who I don't think have any chance at winning the game, even if they were. I guess they are surviving, right? Makes them safe if Erica does the thing. Yeah, I know people are not happy with the Danny targeting the women. Again, like I mean, I've talked about this before on like it was during Big Brother and everything. Like if you're in a social strategy game, it is optimal strategy to guarantee that you are in the majority under any sort of breakdown that can possibly occur. And again, like Danny wanting like the majority of the tribe to be men, like I don't like, to me that's not misogynistic. It's more so just the reality of like what is optimal for his game plan. And like it's something that I would be doing too. It's like, because like again, that's something that like Tony did. That's something that Brian Heidick talked about. It's like, it's a strategy that, which I mean, I guess bring up Brian Heidick, and he's probably not the greatest person, but still, it's like, I mean, that is a strategy of like making sure you're in the majority no matter how a tribe breaks down, whether it be by, like whatever, race or by sex or anything like that. Yeah, challenge was shit. I thought it was so fucking boring. Challenges this season's been weird, where like I've enjoyed like there's been 12 episodes so far. I've probably enjoyed like 4 or 5, I would say. But then like the other ones have been like really fucking boring. And this was another one of those boring ones. People are lumping Deshaun in that. I mean, like, Deshaun's also a part of that, though. Like, Danny's the one that's getting shown on the show doing it, but, like, Deshaun is also clearly on that bandwagon, too. So it's like, I don't think it's for no reason. Like, you can tell by the show, like, by the footage that we're seeing, that Deshaun is clearly also wanting to do that, so, Oh, you're in All-Star Org. Top ranking winner? How do they rank the winners? Anyway, yeah, like, what else has happened since last time I streamed? I mean, I'm trying to think. I don't think anything, like, I think that's pretty much it reality TV wise, right? I mean, we have, Big Brother VIP starting soon. We have Challenge All Stars 2 kind of starting soon-ish, like 2 more weeks, I think. But yeah, I guess just Survivor. It sucks that we didn't get elimination. I really wish it was a 2-hour episode. Like, if it was a 2-hour episode, I would have been more content with this. But instead, it just feels like they made this like a non-elimination just for the sake of like the episode count and wanting to increase the episode count by 1. Again, like I would like a 2-hour merge episode. Like I would be completely fine with that. That would have been great. So again, I like this episode for like in terms of the camp life stuff that we saw, and like I think a lot of this sort of stuff like we probably wouldn't have seen if it hadn't been for the splitting up of the merge episode. But definitely wish it was just 2 hours one night. Yeah, it feels like a pointless episode. I mean, that's like all non-elimination episodes. I mean, I will say that, like, at least it's the merge episode. Like, if they did this, like, on another just random episode, then, like, I feel like that's much worse. Like, the merge episode, at least they have enough here to show. But then again, I feel like, to be honest, like, the worst parts of the episode were the things that, like, again, the challenge went on for, like, Like, I don't think the challenge ended until like after the 20-minute mark, right? But I mean, then again, I guess we did get a decent intro though, right? We got the UA stuff with Shanna card fighting, but still, I mean, it felt like the challenge went on for a bit too long. Obviously, the like twist is like really convoluted, and them like trying to explain it was just dumb too. Like, I really don't get what they're going for here, though. I mean, like, for the person that's going to be picked to go into exile, like, what is the incentive for them to not use the power or whatever? Because at that point, like, because if they don't use the power, they're up for elimination, right? While if they use the power, they're safe. So it's like, again, like, it's just dumb. Like, it would have been better if they were safe either way. But then again, I guess Survivor, like, the production wants them to use the power, right? But it's also like, then what was the fucking point of all this? Anyway, I guess I should talk about that. Something I did do today, too, is I finally did put together the rough draft for the merge boot ranking. So that was something, and what a clusterfuck that video is going to be. Like, I did not realize this until putting this list together, how, like, mediocre merge boots are in Survivor. And like, I kind of realized that when I did Survivor South Africa's merge boot ranking like not too long ago, and like I realized the merge boots there weren't great, but like, yeah, like Survivor US is the same thing. Like, there really aren't that many good merge boots. Mind you, there aren't that many like absolutely terrible ones either. So it's like it's just weird that whenever I get around to doing this merge boot ranking, it's gonna be a lot of similar style players. And also, like, with it being a merge boot ranking, that means you only have the pre-merge to assess outside of like the merge episode itself. And what am I doing here again? Like, who am I supposed to be talking to? There's like no one here, right? Predicting Mount Elrod is last. Well, I can confirm Mount Elrod is last. I already talked about that in a previous stream, that Mount Elrod would be last. I actually like, there was actually kind of a debate though, because like the thing is, like, Mount Elrod at least survives a tribal. There's the person I'm supposed to talk to. Like, he at least survives a tribal before the merge, while there's other people that don't survive a tribal.
Do you know a man
But
named Rednose?
also, Matt Elrod wasn't even supposed to be at the merge to begin with, so it's like,
Any idea where he is?
yeah, I am still siding with Matt Elrod being last, but I was actually surprised after that how
Thanks.
I was expecting a lot of the people that didn't survive a tribal to be like all at the bottom, but that's not actually the case. Because I mean, like, it's like, it's weird because like some of the people that didn't survive a tribal and get voted out the first opportunity, which is at the merge, like, some of those people like were safe for most of the game anyway. They just so happened to be voted out the merge. Someone like a Jessica Johnson is a big example of that. Someone that, like, she never went to tribal before the merge, got voted out at the merge, but it's like she doesn't do much wrong to get voted out there. She was just like outnumbered. And also, she would have been safe had she got... What the fuck are we doing? Okay, why is it doing that? But she would have been safe if she had ever gone to tribal before the merge. Like, there was never a point where she was actually being voted out before the merge. So, that is... Like, so, again, like, placing her was kind of interesting there. I mean, Marcus... Oh, yeah, well, I guess that's true, too. To be honest, I forgot that Marcus had immunity at that one tribal he went to. But either way, it doesn't really matter, though. Yeah, and also through making this list, I kind of... yeah, I kind of, like... I feel like I should also do a first juror ranking at some point. Like, it won't be anytime soon, but I feel like there's enough different... Like, I feel like first jurors that aren't the merge boot, like, I feel like there's actually a decent amount of them that would be interesting to rank within this list. So I think that might be a video I do at some point too, where, like, initially I was thinking, well, this is kind of dumb to do it, because, like, obviously most merge boots end up being the first jurors, but I feel like actually there are a decent amount of first jurors that would be interesting to put on there. So I think I'll definitely do that at some point. Again, not soon, but oh yeah, two tri. I forgot what. Yeah, both because because the double tribal too. I remembered that he got the immunity at the beginning of the game that made him safe during the Paloma vote, but yeah, I forgot about that too. Yeah, he also won the barrel roll immunity, right? Michelle is interesting. Again, so what I do when I make these rankings is I try to make tiers out of it, kind of make sense, like to make it make sense to me. And like Michelle kind of lands in this tier of merge boots that like had like a singular good move or like like one really good round, but outside of that are also like kind of like on the outs, but might not even necessarily be on the outs because of their own fault. Like it's like because like Michelle's someone that like was in the majority early on in the game, pulls over flips over Hannah at the last second, gets rid of Mari, and like all whatever. She like flips the game there, and that's like very good. But she swaps into a bad position, and she doesn't really play particularly well afterwards. And then she's taken out at the merge, but like again, not necessarily her fault. Surprised I haven't hopped on tier list bandwagon. Yeah, I mean, like it's because I don't like tier lists personally. I feel like tier lists for the most part are just like cop outs to not do an actual full blown ranking. Especially because like certain people that do tier lists don't even rank the people within the tiers; they just put them into the tiers. And like my videos are like essentially my rankings are already tier lists. Like it's just not named that. And like I don't feel like there's a need to like change it up. What am I doing? Like I really don't know what I'm doing right now. I've literally just been running around for like 22 minutes now. Whatever. What's your favorite season of Survivor? Even though you didn't like the winner, there's a lot. Pearl Islands is a big example. Heroes vs. Villains is a big example. I feel like some of my favorite seasons are ones where I didn't love the outcome. Again, both of those end up being Sandra wins. But yeah, I mean, Champions vs. Contenders, Australian Survivor, that's one. I mean, there's definitely like a lot of seasons that I like, despite them not having an outcome that I personally preferred. But I think Heroes vs. Villains is probably like the biggest example, though. Where I mean, it is number 2 on my season ranking, and also it's one where I feel like the outcome is extremely underwhelming for me. Oh, is this guy?
Sorry, mind if I ask you a question?
Am I a Tiffany fan? Not really. I like to be honest, like she's fine.
Erie lives around
here. Like I'm not necessarily like a massive fan of Tiffany, but Tiffany Survivor we're talking about. Again, like edit wise, I feel like it's there. Okay, Co Wrong might be an example. I mean, at the time I wasn't upset at Michelle win though. Who's my winner pick for BBVIP? I don't know. Who did I say before? I think I did pick someone before, but I don't remember who. Did I pick Luke? I don't remember. I don't remember the cast. I don't think Omarosa or Caitlyn Jenner are winning. Well, then again, it is a public vote, right? I forgot about that until just now. Like, it is still going to be determined by a public vote. So, I mean, either way, I don't think Omarosa or Caitlyn Jenner are winning a public vote, probably. Probably not, it's probably going to be like a random... Yeah, did I say Luke? Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be an Australian, like probably like a random Australian, realistically. I'm going to pick Luke, just because he's the one I know the best, but I feel like it's... Alright, let's look this up. I feel like it's probably going to be one of the people that I don't know. Because, again, I don't think Omarosa's not winning, Caitlyn Jenner's not winning. The Markle person, where is he? Thomas Markle Jr., Meghan Markle's brother, not winning. I don't know a lot of these like other celebrities though, like a lot of these Australian celebrities. Like I wouldn't be surprised if it ends up being like one of these sports players. Like Dane. I feel like he seems someone from the one picture I'm seeing of him. I feel like he seems like someone that could win a public vote. I have no clue about a lot of these other people. So let's just say Luke. I don't think Danny's big enough though, right? I mean, like, unless it's like, I mean, I guess actually, yeah, I guess Danny's probably, for Big Brother Australia, I guess is like bigger than Luke, I guess. But either way, I guess those are probably. I would have more faith in Luke though to win a social strategy game than Danny. But actually, I wonder how Danny's gonna do. That's just gonna be weird, isn't it? Like, considering he just fucking played on the like civilian version. But again, like, I don't feel like he's winning a public vote, right, against celebrities. But then again, it's like, who's voting? I guess that's going to be the main source of intrigue there is the, like, is it going to be, like, people that don't normally watch Big Brother via, like, Big Brother AU? Like, are those people going to be voting in this?
Excuse me.
Or, like, is it going to be strictly BBAU and, like, Australian Survivor sort of people? And if that's the case, then Danny would probably have a shot. Luke and Omarosa. I mean, Omarosa, if anybody. Omarosa's great too. I think, like, seeing her interact with like really anybody is going to be interesting.
Huh?
I did not mean to start this, by the way. Can I skip this? Skip? Cool. I'm not doing this. Oh. I have to do the mission? Whatever. But yeah, I think more than likely it's going to be one of these random other people, though, that wins. I don't know, who's been prominent in, like, I feel like the people that have been prominent in the promos, though, have been the people that I don't think are going to win. Like, it's been a lot of, like, Caitlyn Jenner and Omarosa, and then, Thomas Markle, right? So it's like, they're not winning. I haven't seen many other promos outside of those. I don't remember. Well, I mean, I guess with BBAU, I guess they didn't really like promote individual people outside of Danny, right? Oh, okay, well that's cool. And they probably okay. Well, that's awesome. I'm just fucking everything up. Was Luke in the promo? I feel like I haven't seen Luke at all in any of the preseason stuff. You wish you had Xander's body so you could date Lauren O'Connell? I mean, Lauren O'Connell's not even dating Xander. Or I guess it should be the other way around, but either way. Shouldn't you, like, is she still dating that football player or whatever he was? Shouldn't you want his body? Oh, there. I thought Omarosa was an interesting player in Celebrity Big Brother. I don't think she was... like, she was fine week 1, but then, like, I think by the end of it, it's like, there was just, I forgot what caused the distrust between her and Shannon, but, like, once they started going after each other, like, her game kind of goes downhill, and, like, she's kind of just on the outs for a lot of that game afterwards, but, it was fun seeing her arc there. Yeah, Haley was in the preseason at all, which was interesting. Again, like, I can't believe that, though. That out of all the brains, I was like, I felt good about Haley in the preseason, but I was like, well, she's not in the promos. Like, Georgia's in the promos. Gotta pick Georgia here. So, yeah. That obviously worked out. Oh, that was actually the end of the mission? Okay, well, that was pointless. I will say, like, a lot of people, like, play Yakuza for, like, the side stories and stuff. I've never found them that interesting. And I feel like that's why, like, I feel like I have a radically different outlook on the Yakuza series as most people. Because, like, I feel like most of the people that are, like, massive fans are, like, so into the side stories, while it's like, I just don't give a shit about most of them. Whatever.
I'm looking for someone. Man by the name of
Made friends with Dane, Matt, Luke. Why do I like Georgia preseason? Because, like, her and Haley are pretty much the same. Like, in terms of how they were promoted, like, how they were introduced on the show, except that Georgia was actually in the commercials while Haley wasn't. Like Georgia seemed like a pretty intelligent person, and seemed like kind of a fan. I don't know, like essentially what I thought, like essentially what Haley turned out to be, is what I thought Georgia was going to be in the preseason, or what I thought Georgia could be, I should say. But obviously that didn't work out at all. Yeah, I feel like that's probably a good sign, right, for Dane and Matt. I know nothing about them though. How is their like public perception for those two? Because I feel like Australia is a country that's very sports heavy, right? Like they're very into and like very into mateship and all that sort of stuff. So I feel like again, with winning a public vote, I feel like these sort of sports players would be a good pick there if they can get to the end. Again, like Big Brother Australia is like a weird game where it's like it's a social strategy game for most of it, but then it ends in a public vote. So it's like they still need to get through the vote, the nominations and the votes and all that sort of stuff. But they get to the end, then I think they definitely have high win equity. If Australian Survivor would do winners at war style season, how I think they would do? I think Kirsty. Actually, I want to should we just compare them to how I think they would do in comparison to winners at the U.S. winners at war players? I think Kirsty would do similarly to a Danny probably, Danny Boatwright. I think who's it? Jericho. I will say my opinion of Jericho has kind of gone down a bit since the last time I did my top player ranking for Australian Survivor. I don't even know who to compare Jericho to. So, but anyway, I don't think Jericho would do obviously we only have 7 winners, so we don't really know the full. Or we only have 6 winners. Holy shit! I forgot we were. I keep on thinking Brains vs. Brawn season 7 for some reason. But either way, it's we only have 6 winners, so it's we would need to know a broader view of the cast for a winners at war style season. But I would expect Kirsty not to do particularly well. I would expect Jericho to probably do middle of the road. I feel like he becomes I think Jericho still comes off as kind of schemy, and then also is probably looked at as too big of a social threat by the end of it. But it didn't have that reputation the first time around, so who knows if it. But it did seem that that was his that's how they looked at him in All Stars, though. So it'll be interesting to see if that reputation sticks with him. Shane, I don't think would do well. Shane doesn't do well in most scenarios. Pia could do well, but she also has a lot of early boot potential. David's the Boston Rob, right? Coming into an Australian Survivor winners at war. He's the guy that has a massive target on his back, and it's really a question of whether or not they're going to try to use him as a meat shield. By the way, actually, that's something I didn't talk about. I actually rewatched episode. Well, I rewatched all of episode 1 of Winners at War today, and then I skimmed through episodes 2 through 4. Where I don't know, I just kind of had this itch to I was listening to the Survivor Historians, their latest podcast, and they were talking a lot about Boston. Obviously, they talk a lot about Boston Rob and the Redemption Island one, but through that, I was kind of for some reason wanted to revisit Boston Rob and Winners at War. So I decided to rewatch the premiere and then skim through the next few episodes, and that is a really strong premiere. It's one that's probably would have been probably could have been put together a bit better, but it is a really fun premiere to see all these dynamics of like all these winners that have reputations and have legacies and have relationships outside of the game, and seeing those being shown on the show, because like I feel like that's something that is like usually oh, what is this? Oh, fuck off. I had to use the drone. But I feel like that's something that is like usually not shown on All-Star seasons, is the out of game stuff. But like Winners at War actually like took the time to explain a lot of that stuff, so I feel like that was like something that what is going on? That was something I really liked rewatching it. Yeah, I mean, like I feel like all All-Star seasons try to sweep it under the rug until Winners at War. I mean, like outside of like relationships that were made on the show, like obviously if you have like what was it? I mean, I guess like Sarah and Tony was mentioned in Game Changers. I'm trying to think, like what else was mentioned? Jericho is Adam. Actually, yeah, that's probably the app comparison. Jericho is Adam. I mean, like I think Jericho's like a more social player than Adam is, but I think probably same trajectory though. Shane is like Tina. I mean, yeah, like if Tina was on the season, yeah. Pia like Sophie. Maybe. Yeah, then David Robb, that's definitely... And then Haley Kim, yeah. I think that's about right. Yeah, I think it'll be really interesting to see Haley play again. Because like, I listened to... I forgot if I ever talked about this, but I did listen to the RHAP interview with her, and I feel like the Kim Spradlin comparisons are very much there. Like, I feel like she's essentially the Australian version of Kim Spradlin. That's actually probably more intellectual than Kim Spradlin, but is also probably not as, like... I think she has a bit more... Like, I think Kim Spradlin's a lot more of a natural people person, while, like, I feel like Haley maybe has a bit more quirks to her, but, again, I feel like they are very similar, though.
And in return...
but I feel like a return from her would be really nice to see, really be able to analyze her
It's for a new game this big shot committee
more
They
properly.
call it Dice and Cube over at Paradise VR.
Which is what?
I really don't
It's
care
over.
about this.
Here they come.
Oh wait, is this the one that you have the
Thanks
fucking...
a million.
Oh no, I forgot about that until now. Yeah, replaying this has made me realize I actually don't think I like this game that much. I think a lot of the reason why I did like this game so much the first time I played it is because it was the first like Yakuza game I played, but I think like now having played the other ones, I'm like, I don't think I like this one. But whatever. I think as of right now, David is a better player than Haley. But I think there's a lot of potential for Haley to return, and if she performs well again, then I would easily put Haley above David. Like, I think, okay. Well, that's something. Like, I think David right now is probably at the peak of where he's going to be in my, like, player assessment. While I feel like Haley has a lot more room to, go up a bit. Okay. Well, that's lovely, too. He just, like, steps over it super slowly. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that'll be cool, too. I mean, I wonder, like, when is the next time we're going to get, like, a full-blown returning season? Is it going to be, like, Season 10? Or are they going to do All-Stars 2 then? Which, like, I feel like, based on what I've heard from Haley, I think she would return. Like, I don't think she has that many, hesitancies about returning. George, like, to be honest, I feel like George is probably more of a question mark for me at this point. Oh, fuck, I didn't want to do this. Or did I? Oh, wait, is this the Mario Party ripoff thing? Is that what we have to do here?
Nope.
Whatever. It's Winners at War for South Africa. I think Vanessa would do pretty poorly.
Yeah.
Like, I think Vanessa would be, like, kind of just out of the loop. Like, I'm too fair. I know nothing about how Vanessa's doing nowadays. Like, I know nothing about her post-show. but I feel like she would probably not really know what's going on. Lorette, same thing, probably even worse, to be honest. I feel like Lorette probably has less game potential. I don't know if that was really the right phrase. Whatever, than Vanessa does. Gigi, I mean, they would all do bad, right? Like, I feel like all three of like the from like the original era, if you will. I mean, I guess technically Gigi and Heike were back to back, but I feel like the first three winners would all not do great. Think about Heike. I feel like Heike's a player that could do great if he allowed himself to do great. But I feel like he's one of these people that like tries to manage his perception and tries to be okay, cool. Yeah, I really don't care. But yeah, like tries to be like this honorable sort of guy, and that could bite him. But anyway, I think Graham could do well. Rob Bentley is again like probably the Boston Rob of this, where I feel like he's going to be one that comes in with a massive target on his back and is largely going to need to bank on people wanting to use him as a meat shield. Survivor SA is not renewed, from what I understand. Not officially, at least. I feel like we're going to get another season. I don't know if it'll be this year, though. But it has not been officially renewed. Yeah, looking up now. Yeah, there's nothing on it being officially renewed. By the way, A&W got renewed, which fuck me. I was hoping it would get canceled. I mean, it technically hasn't been officially renewed, but like they opened up casting. So again, makes it seem very likely that we're getting another A&W, which, whatever. It's like A&W is like it's such a weird show for me right now because like I want it to end, but I also don't at the same time.
Here we go.
It's like a show that I recognize is not for me anymore, but I also still get like a level of enjoyment from it that would make me kind of miss it if it was gone.
Come on, roll.
Why is Survivor SA so inconsistent? Because I believe that's just Survivor. I mean, that's just South Africa as like a television like market. I don't know. Like I believe that's how the industry is in South Africa, where no show actually like remains on air for too long. And like I believe like Survivor South Africa being like doing 3 seasons in a row was like kind of unprecedented.
Here goes nothing.
Yeah.
Let's see.
But yeah, again, like I believe for Island of Secrets, or not Island of Secrets, for Immunity Island, I don't believe we got confirmation on that until
Almost there.
Stupid thing.
fuck. Oh fuck off! You restart the entire thing. Oh, I'm an idiot. I wasn't even paying attention to what I was doing. I had to keep in the light.
Almost there.
Oh fuck off.
That'll do it.
There we go. Yeah, I mean, I think with Immunity Island, I don't think it was until like December that we got confirmation that it was coming. So again, it's not like it's out of the realm possibility that we get another season. Yeah, Immunity Island was supposed to be in 2020. Well, I mean, yeah, I'm talking about like December of 2019 is when we got the confirmation that it was coming, and then it got delayed. Yeah, actually, I believe we got, like, wasn't it December of 2020 when it got, like, when we got the air date, too? I forgot about that until just now, that it took forever for it to air, right? Like, that it finished filming, like, at the end of last year, right? And then, and they announced, like, the air date, like, 6 months before it came out, for whatever reason. Is it likely that next season's All-Stars? I don't think it's likely. I know that there were rumors for Immunity Island that this was supposed to be All-Stars. In the conceptual phases, but obviously that didn't happen. But yeah, I don't think it's likely, but I think there's at least a chance. I mean, this is what, season 9? They have at least 4 seasons to like solidly pull from, where I feel like Champions On, they can 100% get people from, and then I think they can get like maybe 1 or 2 here and there from the seasons before that. So I think the casting pool's there. What the fuck just happened there? I don't know if they're willing to do it yet, though. I think they might. I think they, like, at this point, they might as well wait for season 10, right? I believe Marion is very apt to return, from what I understand. I think she's probably one of the bigger locks from Champions. Like, I think I think Graham is a lock. I think Xavion is a lock. Shane is a high possibility. I feel like Sivu, there's a chance of. That's probably it. Like, I know those people that I just mentioned, those people are like people that are like still talking about the show, or like still like have interest in the show, and I feel like those are the people that would be most likely contacted to come back. I think Boulay also is like still around, right? So I think there's a chance if she wants to come back, or if they want her back. I don't know if they really want her back, but we'll see. Or maybe we won't. Who knows? Yeah, she does have a skin disease. She has, I don't even remember which one. But either way, yeah. But I believe that doesn't affect anything in terms of her being on Survivor. Was one location Survivor you're surprised they haven't filmed it? I'm trying to think. Probably like Japan? I don't know. I'm trying to think if there's like another obvious one. I'm too fair though. I mean, like, if we're talking about like international, I'm sure there's been like some. I mean, like, was Survivor Japan filmed in Japan? Probably not, right? But either way, like, I feel like there's definitely been like seasons filmed like in a whole bunch of random places, like worldwide. It's just that, like, when it comes to US, there isn't really anything I'm not surprised by, because it's like US has been reusing locations for a while at this point. So it's like, it's not a surprise that they haven't been to certain locations, because like, they haven't been to a lot of places. I think one bigger surprise is the fact that they got into China. I feel like the fact that they even filmed in China is a pretty big surprise. But in terms of places they haven't been to, I don't think there's anything that's like super surprising for me with US. Yeah, Werner be your win pick. Yeah, again, Werner's a lock from 6. Tom is a lock. Jean is likely. I think you got Palessa is a lock. Tony is in the running. I'm too fair. There's probably a lot of people from SA6. Which Survivor season location is the best? I mean, I think for me, it's probably... I think the most interesting is China. Why is it amazing they got into China? Because, like they actually got the Chinese government to agree to let them film there. And I believe it's the first, like... Isn't it the first, like, US show to be filmed in China? It's something like that. Like, there's some sort of, like, some sort of a benchmark or whatever that hit, but anyway. Can I leave? Okay, return to homeless man. Surprised there hasn't been a season in the Caribbean. I mean, I feel like this is kind of boring, isn't it? I mean, like, well, like, what's the difference between that and like Nicaragua or like Panama or anything like that? Like, is anyone like super hyped for Survivor Bahamas or something? It's like, I feel like it's the same thing. I'm Gabon's interesting too. I'm trying, like, I mean, so what are the last locations we've had? We've had, obviously we're in Fiji now. We've had Cagayan, well, I mean, Philippines. Mind you, I believe like Karamoan, like the Philippines and Karamoan, and then Blood vs. Water Cagayan. Those are two separate locations within Philippines, but again, they're both Philippines. Either way, Africa's cool, but it's also like I think Africa's location like really helps the season feel unique, but it's also like not a super interesting location, especially because like in the season of Africa itself. I mean, because like they were stuck in that like in I don't even know what you call it, but like they couldn't leave like a specific area, and I feel like that kind of makes it kind of lame. I feel like Gabon is a more interesting overall location to me than Kenya, which was where Africa was.
Oh, for real? I wasn't expecting you to actually win.
I'm trying to think, like, so
Anyways, I asked around about your
Thailand's cool, but again, I feel like China's just like a better version of Thailand.
Yeah?
At least that's what
Amazon's kind of whatever.
Speak
Like
of the
Panama's kind of whatever.
I'm looking for that homeless guy.
Vanuatu is
Find him.
kind of whatever. I feel like I barely remember the actual location of Vanuatu.
The children's park then.
Palau's like really nice looking,
Handing out free food.
but I feel like it doesn't feel like entirely unique.
Camarocho will be there.
Thanks for the tip.
Guatemala is cool, but again, I feel like it's not like the best in the world. Cook Islands feels very generic. Tocantins, and see, I feel like it's China for me. It's probably like my favorite location. Yeah, I really don't like Nicaragua. Like Nicaragua is like so boring. It's also like so rocky. Like it just doesn't look. Is China's government strict? Do you know China? Like, do you know anything about the Chinese government?
I think I might run into the thief.
I mean, the answer is yes.
Not sure.
Oh, you finished UK Panel and Australian Survivor 2002. I mean,
According to Aya, the thief was a homeless
good for you. You got through those when you didn't have to watch them.
Looks like it. No clue if he's
Yeah, because I just rewatched both of those seasons as well. Which I wouldn't have bothered doing so if I didn't want to make a video on them. But yeah, I can't believe how long my UK Panama script ended up being, by the way. I don't think I ever talked about that. That my so my Marquesas retrospective is going to be my longest one. My longest like season retrospective. And I believe even like in terms of like season reviews, yeah, you made question watching my retrospective. I mean, it should. Again, like it's bad. Like it's really bad. Yeah, somehow the script is like 8,000 words long or whatever, which means it's gonna probably end up being like a. Actually, I mean, let's look this up real quick. I have the spreadsheet here.
Guess we're doing this.
All right. Well, I mean, I guess I'll pause this real quick. All right. How long was the script? So Survivor. Wait, what? Did I pass it? Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah, the Marquesas retrospective was 13,000 words. Australian Survivor 2002 was 9,300 words. And UK Panama was 7,600 words. So UK Panama, that means it's going to be around the length of my Survivor Borneo one, I believe. Despite it being like 2 episodes less, or 1 episode less than Borneo. Anyway, like, again, like the fact that it's around the length of like my Borneo retrospective or my Survivor Africa retrospective is kind of insane, considering there shouldn't be that much to talk about. Like, I don't know how the fuck I got that script to be that long. Because like I really tried to make it short too. Like that one I specifically tried to cut it down as much as possible. But like and same thing for Australian Survivor 2002. Like the fact that it's as long as it is, because that's like longer. Like Australian Survivor 2002 is 9,300 words. That's like a full like 1,500 words more than my Borneo retrospective script. So it's like I don't get how I made those as long as they were. Like Marquesas makes sense. Like Marquesas is long and deserves to be long because like it's a very important season. There's a lot to talk about with Marquesas. So the fact that it's like 13,000 words, which to put that in the context, I believe that is the length of my. Okay, I guess it's actually a little bit less. What is it around? It's around the length of my like Big Brother Australia 2021 review, which that was an hour and 16 minutes. So again, it's going to be long, the Marquesas retrospective. But again, I feel like it makes sense for that to be long. While, like, why the fuck is the UK Panama one as long as it is? But I haven't edited any of these videos yet. I've recorded them, but I haven't gotten around to editing them. I'm really far behind on editing videos right now. Which today, again, I spent most of the day today in terms of working on the channel. One, watching the challenge and Survivor, taking notes on those. I, again, prepped the mid-season power ranking, prepped the merge boot ranking, though I was expecting to be able to record it this week. I can't do it now because we don't know the merge boot until next week. So I'll have to wait until next week to record that one. But either way, yeah, that was most. And I worked a little bit on the challenge review. I'm still very behind on that. But yeah, Friday's going to be dedicated to the mid-season power ranking. Probably over the weekend, I'm going to try to get some editing done here and there, and then next week? Yeah, I gotta. Well, I guess I'll have to edit the merge boot ranking, right? Like, that's not coming out for a while still. Either way, I'm gonna try to get some editing done. Really over the next, really until the end. I think it'll take until the end of the year to get caught up on all the editing of all the videos I have. Because again, that's only 2 months. I think it will take around that long. Especially because I'm adding videos along the way. Once Survivor 41 ends, there's a few more videos I want to record as well. So yeah, I mean, it's going to take a while to get caught up. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not even paying attention to the game. Oh yeah, I know Rupert was in A Million Ways to Die In, or whatever. The Seth MacFarlane, is that his name? Whatever, the guy that did Family Guy, that movie. But yeah, I did watch that movie not knowing he was in it, and then he fucking shows up. He's a cameo in it, and it's just weird. I don't think Rob Dixon goes home if Katie wins Final Four immunity. I think more than likely what happens is a 2-1-1. Because, again, you have to remember that Joel was giving up his game for Rob and Shona. You're under the assumption that they're actually bothering, that Joel's actually bothering to play the game, which he wasn't, and that was part of the deal that Rob made with him, was essentially for him to give up his game. So what would have probably happened there is Katie would have voted for Rob. Actually, no, it wouldn't even been 2-on-1 because. Oh no, it would have been 2-on-1. Yeah, because. Katie would have voted for Rob. I assume that means that they would have just told Joel to vote for Shona or something, but then both Rob and Shona would have voted for Joel. And even if it ends up being a tie in some sort of weird circumstance, then Joel would have thrown the tiebreaker. And also, if the tiebreaker does end up being previous votes, Joel goes home anyway because he had more votes at that point. So it's either way, Joel was going home. In that scenario.
You guys are getting old for this. Why'd you attack me?
Yeah, Rob's screwed if Katie wins final immunity, but that's also banking on a person winning the final 2 immunity challenges in a situation where they're completely outnumbered.
So you're a friend of his?
Which is something that is more so luck based for Katie's end.
When did he die?
About a year ago.
But again, these are scenarios that aren't particularly likely. It's
shot up with bullet holes.
Again, she already had a 1 in 4. I mean, what's also funny is that she actually loses that Final Four immunity, despite the fact that she had an advantage coming into the challenge.
What are the cops gonna do for us?
But anyway, I mean, that's why that's something I have talked about in my thing that the thing I don't like about Rob's endgame is that I do think Rob had the game won by the time he got to the merge, but he does take the hardest path to win the game. Because in the past, I've been very complimentary of his Final Six move, which I still think shows his cutthroat nature and that he is willing to play the game. I do think actually in reality though it's not the best move for him. Like it does benefit him in terms of it gets him to the final two scenario that he personally wants to get to, in him being against Shona, which is his goal in the game, is to get to the end against Shona. However, it also is something that burns his relationship with Sophie and Katie. Katie's in a way that's like completely unrepairable moving forward. And again, like he still wins if he gets to the end. Like no matter what, he wins the game. Like again, once essentially, once Tapara gets to the merge with the numbers, he wins the game. Like he's winning the game no matter what, outside of like very small circumstances. With again this Katie scenario, her winning the final two immunities, being like being that circumstance. But like that's literally the only scenario where he loses the game. Like he gets to the like everyone else was taking him to the end of the game, and he beats everyone else in a jury vote. Like his game is like if there was any other player that I would say is on the level, like had a game on the level of Kim Spradlin, I think it is Rob Dixon. The difference is that Rob Dixon played in an older school game where a lot of people weren't actively playing the game, and then also it's like again like that final six move is like very wonky for him, where he does lessen his percentage of getting to the end.
Okay, I'll come. Let's head to Charles then.
Where essentially before he made that move, he had like a 100% chance of getting to the end. But after he made the move, he had like a 95% chance, and also had like an extra vote or two against him. Well, ends up getting only one, but like potentially had another one. And also like potentially could have also had Jane being against him. But again, it is insane when rewatching the season though how locked Rob had the game. Like how locked in his win was before he makes the final six move. Because again, like the win was already, like it was done. Like the game was over. Like there's literally in the show, there's literally scenes of every single fucking person on his tribe telling him they want him to win or they want to go to the end with him. Like it is insane. That you have Lance talking about how like Rob is his number one person out there and how he wants to go to the end with Rob. You have Jane tell Rob that she wants him to win over Sophie. Because like she was assuming that they were going to be the final two. You have Sophie want to go to the end with Rob and makes a final two deal with Rob, despite the fact that Rob doesn't want to go to the end with Sophie. Okay, I guess that's not the right way. Katie, same thing, obviously. Joel talks about how Rob is the person that he trusts the most, and that's the main reason he doesn't believe what Craig is telling him, is because he doesn't believe that Rob would do something like that to him. In making an alliance that he's not a part of. But then also you have Shona, who obviously he does go to final two with. So it's like literally everyone on his Tapara tribe wanted him to win the game, or wanted to go to the end in a scenario where he does win the game. So again, it is insane how locked in his win was. And again, like by him making that move, he opens up a sliver of a chance that he could lose the game. But it's like still a sliver of a chance. Like it wasn't particularly likely, because essentially this would mean that Katie would have to win the final three immunities, because she does win final five immunity as well, where she would have been voted out if that had not been the case. Where am I going? Oh, it's like all the way over. Okay, whatever. So essentially, it's essentially saying that like the only way he loses is if someone goes on an immunity run, which again is already like a very luck dependent thing in terms of what the challenges are, how skilled the person that needs to go on the run is at those challenges, and it's like it's like it is a knock, but it's not a major one to me. Which building are we going to? This one? Okay, whatever. Oh, this is okay. It's this thing. First international survivor we ever watched was Celebrity Australian Survivor. That's interesting. Do I still have him above? Did I have him above Rob Bentley?
Never thought I'd see you roll in here.
I don't remember. Did I have him above Rob Bentley? I mean, to be honest, like I think in terms of winning game, probably.
We need to talk.
I don't know if I did or not.
And about what exactly? They got you.
But I think my rewatch has like made me higher on his winning game, but probably lowers my opinion on him as a player.
Don't play dumb. The guy who broke into the Matsukane family office. Look, we already know you got the money back from him.
Is that really the first one that comes up? Okay. For some reason, the U.S. versus international winner ranking came up before the other one.
As for the cause, it seems he'd been shot.
What's Saturday's video? It's the mid-season power ranking.
Motherfucker.
What happened above Earl? I think that's a question.
Need you to answer me.
I don't know. It's tough because I think like the main reason he.
Start talking.
Okay, I have him at 5. I had Rob Dixon at 5. I think Earl would be an interesting one.
If I could have just gotten the money.
Yeah, I think Rob Dixon and Earl are very.
Fucking family.
Like, I think Rob Dixon had the game more on lock than Earl did.
To do whatever I needed
But
to
Earl
do.
was also very strong as well. And it's like, I feel like there isn't a glaring hole in Earl's game.
Goddamn gun. Not a chance.
As there is with Rob Dixon's, even though Rob Dixon's, again, like, it's a hole, but it's not like that major one. By the way, what the fuck is his background? Like, if this was me now, I would definitely do this a lot differently. But whatever. But again, like, it would be,
You don't have enough bullets.
I don't know, I feel like I would really have to analyze it more. I don't think he's above Tony. I think the highest he can get is 4. But I have been debating too, like, should Tony be number 2 over Boston Rob? Like, for me, Kim's number 1. Like, Kim's number 1 winning game, it's not really close. Person. And the thing is, like, the thing also about Rob and Kim, like, the thing is, like, okay, when it comes to strict dominance of the game, like, Boston Rob is number 1. In terms of, like, the amount of control he had over the game and everything, but, the problem with Boston Rob's game is the fact that obviously, like, he doesn't win in every scenario, like, unlike Kim Spradlin. And I feel like it's a similar thing with Tony, but it's like, where, like, I feel like Tony wins against almost everyone that in the game. Where, like, again, like, I think Boston Rob does struggle against any of the Zapateras, and then also even, like, against Grant, against Ashley. Would have been close, so it's like that's like the struggle with Boston Rob's assessment there. But it's like I did the think about, like, should Tony be higher than Boston Rob at that point? Because I think Tony and Kim's game have more similarities than Kim and Boston Rob's game. But I also feel like it's, like, hard to deny, like, how, like, much control Boston Rob had on that season. Oh fuck! Okay, I thought that was gonna be a longer animation. Okay. I mean, I don't believe that personally. That they would have ever voted for Natalie or Philip. Like, to be honest, I don't even fully believe that they would have voted for Ashley over Boston Rob. Like, I know certain jury members have said that, but I don't actually really believe it. I don't think they can legitimately sit there and vote for Ashley over Boston Rob. The majority of them, at least. Like, I think, like, Ralph for sure would have voted for Ashley.
I didn't kill him. What?
I think you have, like, a Julie who I think would have probably leaned Ashley. But I can't imagine David Murphy voting for Ashley. I can't imagine Steve Wright or Mike Chisel really voting for Ashley.
Where the safe was. Not to mention when there'd be the most money.
I don't think Boston Rob had bad jury management at all
Yakuza without some help.
in Redemption Island.
So, is Red Nose's contact the one who killed him?
I think just the natural, like, the way that he plays the game. Like, it's not like, I don't think he did anything bad to the jury. I think it's just naturally the way that he plays his game affects the jury in that way to where they will be hesitant to vote for him. I think it's dissimilar from Paul, where Paul actively has bad jury management throughout the entire season. And the way he sends people in there is like with him like really lying for no reason, him trying to like feign that he wasn't in on their evictions and all that sort of stuff.
With you gone, he could consolidate.
I mean, again, the Amber Rob situation is like very, very different, considering there was a lot of out of game reasons for why Boston Rob loses the game there.
Yeah. Nobody can stand up to the
And also, it's like he still wins if Xi'an hadn't been fucked. It's like if Xi'an had like actually seen the game properly, Boston Rob would still win that scenario. But again, like he had Big Tom and Lex who weren't voting for him because of out of the game reasons. Because like he betrayed an alliance that they made because they were like close outside of the game, and then he betrayed them within the game.
How exactly did Red Nose die?
And
No.
Alicia, like that was a more legitimate one. But even then, Alicia and Boston Rob were also friends outside the game, so I do think that also played a factor there.
He got expelled.
Do I think the worst seasons when they pagong the other tribe? Not necessarily.
Dirty cop.
I think there's seasons with pagongs that are still pretty good. Again, I like South Pacific. That has a very clear pagonging. I like Redemption Island more than most people. Like, I don't think because there's a pagonging that means it's a bad season.
You found Hamra, didn't you?
But, I mean, obviously, if there's a pagonging, that means that it's more likely to have stagnant gameplay and whatnot. Like, I think I think the worst seasons have pagongings, but just because there is a pagonging, it doesn't mean that it is going to be a terrible season. I think that's probably the way I would look at it. Yeah, Panama also. I'm trying to think, what else is there? I feel like there's actually there's probably a decent amount of seasons that
Come out.
have pagongs I still have in high regard. I mean, like Tocantins has like a reverse pagonging,
It's Higashi, sir.
where it's the tribe that comes in with the majority gets picked off one after another. Same thing with Samoa,
What in the fuck are you doing here?
which are both seasons that I generally
I don't know if you
like.
realize, but that's the guy. That's Red Nose. He stole the 100 mil from
Yeah,
our
that's
office.
Red Nose, everyone's favorite character.
Sorry, Red Nose. This is nothing personal.
That just sounds ridiculous.
Captain.
I'm looking through the season. I mean, like Blood vs. Water has a pagonging to a degree at the beginning there, and that's. And also, I think it's like, I mean, I guess not really a pagonging. I guess that's not really pagonging. It's more so like there's a lot of obvious boots. Well, One World's a bad season though. Like One World is one of those seasons I'm talking about where it's like it's a pagonging and it is boring. Yeah, Island Secrets had a pagonging. I still think that was a good season. I think with Island Secrets again, like the main boon of that season is that you have Rob Bentley who dominates the game and you're able to see like every little thing that he's doing. So it's like it's like essentially like them showing you the entirety of Rob's game, and through that you can. I think that's like where most of the entertainment from that end game comes, is
Aren't you just the most loyal boy in town?
seeing the ins and outs there. How I think Sydney's going to be voted out? I think it's very easy. Like I think all you need is the like essentially I think Yase and Uwa are going to vote together, which I think that already gives them that makes it tied. But then I think they get Erica,
Right.
and probably
You want to stay
like wouldn't be a
alive,
surprise to get Heather also.
show us some loyalty.
Like it should be pretty easy.
Yourself once and for all.
Okay.
How can I?
That's something. Got my cords tangled, so that's cool. There we go.
He wouldn't have had to
Who's my
die
favorite
if he
first
showed
boot?
his
Or
selflessness.
first merge boot?
Not only that,
Anyway,
he would have walked away 10 million richer. Poor son of a bitch. His blood's on your
who are the merge boots of South Africa? Again, I just did a ranking too. I already forgot. I know you got Meryl. You got Vusi. Fuck me. The fact that I had to fucking rank Vusi is kind of hilarious to me. Because who the fuck is Vusi? Marisha. Marion's the answer. My favorite merge boot of South Africa.
What are you so upset for? You're finally a real
I mean,
Yakuza now.
Marion's one of my favorite characters, I guess you'll say, in South Africa. Where are we at in the game? Like, how far into this are we? Like, this is already part 4 of this Let's Play, and I'm pretty sure, like, we're not even close to even halfway yet.
My prints are all over the gun, too. No matter how you look at it. I don't got an alibi.
Yeah, I suspect that Nasir's not going to flip
You said it yourself.
at the merge vote.
I look like a real
He might later on, but I feel like at the merge vote, I think Nasir, Danny, Deshaun, and Sydney are probably going to go for Erica, and the remainder... Oh, no, I guess they can't go for Erica, can they? Because Erica's going to be safe. Yeah, who are they going to go for, then? I guess they have to go for Evie, right?
That's why Higashi kept.
Yeah, they have to go for Evie. Oh, shit. That's why they edited it that way. I didn't even pay attention until now. That's why they bothered to show Danny telling Evie about, I saw you voting out all the women or all that stuff. Like, I forgot about that until now. I guess that's why they showed that. Is because this is, because they're going to have the vote for her. Because they're obviously not going to vote Sydney, and if they want a woman out, then it has to be Evie. What I think of Sydney as a character, I think she could be great. I think the stuff that she's had some fun character moments, like with her like really overly confident confessionals and everything. But I don't feel like we've seen enough to really like truly say she's that great of a character.
I don't know. Something's just off.
I feel like this was like old school Survivor. She would have been more prominent in the edit.
Hey, you ever hear what?
Or again, she's been consistently shown, but like she's only been like she's like had like very minimal.
Let me start from the beginning. From what I've heard,
why would they go for Evie? Again, like they can only vote for like if Danny and Deshaun are going for a woman, like Evie's the only option.
Oh, yeah.
Things change.
Like if the people that are going to be vulnerable are Ricard, Evie, Deshaun, Danny, Nasir, and Sydney. The only 2 women there are Sydney and Evie. They're not voting for Sydney. That's one of their closest allies, so they have to go for Evie. Then also, I think it's also like what connection they really have with Evie. Actually, but then Deshaun does, right? So is that storyline going to go nowhere?
Doc was at a friend's house when it happened.
I guess that's probably just going to... I don't know if they're going to bring it up again next episode. That would be weird if it doesn't even like come up at all.
But maybe if he'd been home,
Wouldn't be surprised if one of the producers had a crush on Sydney. I mean, who doesn't?
he could have done something. Anything.
Yeah, is this going to be a Jackie situation? Jackie from Gabon? Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's like actually in a relationship and everything outside the game, right?
They ever catch him?
He hung himself at the scene of the crime.
I think Sydney will get called for a challenge, probably. By the way, I love how like on RGP, like pretty much anyone that Rob interviews nowadays, like say, "Oh, I got called for the challenge."
So he lied about his age. Job tender.
Oh, is Evie's gender listed as non-binary?
And if you want the truth,
yeah, I believe she is. She goes by she or that they, right?
I was pretty green at the time too. But here comes
So I don't know. If, like, I'll be honest. Like, I don't fully know the ins and outs of how like the non-binary works when it comes to pronouns and everything.
Probably.
It's like if you're like if you still like are okay with being called she, like are you still can you still be non-binary at that point? I guess yes, right? Because you're also okay with being called they. I don't know. Again, I'm not the expert on this sort of stuff. As seen by my BB Can 7 review. Fuck, this scene takes so long. Like, what the fuck's even going on here? I feel like I haven't been on Brant Steele in forever at this point. Actually, I guess that's not true. I guess I was like a month ago or so when I prepped the casting video.
That's why I took him in. Doc didn't let him down though.
Yeah, what's on Brant Steele right now?
Bar exam not long after.
The Penthouse. Oh, fucking! They changed the name of the totem pole to the Penthouse. Either way,
it's different now.
I'm surprised there's not a Squid Game simulator by now. They've got to be working on that, right?
There's a dead man walking. you and Matsugani-san still seeing him?
I could ask the same question about a guy who got...
Do I think the Shan, Liana, Deshaun, Danny alliance goes somewhere?
Choose up guys like us.
If I were to guess, no. Or at least it's not going to be like the Cookout, I don't think. I think it would have been portrayed a lot differently if it was like a Cookout situation where they're like the final four or whatever. I think it's going to be something brought up. But I'll be honest, like, I'm not feeling great about Shan at this point. Like, specifically the Liana-Shan relationship. Because it feels like Shan's going all in on Liana, yet we have not heard the same thing back from Liana. So I'm, like, I don't think it's going to work out for her. Again, I'm already not feeling great about Shan in terms of her winning anyway. But I have a feeling that's probably going to be her undoing is Liana. What I think of MZ as a player, for old school Survivor, he's fine. Like, obviously, like, in terms of his game, it's like, it's one where he gets voted out, comes back in the game, whatever. But, I mean, like, he did have Vanessa as someone, like, that was willing to give up her game for him. And he was, like, the leader of his tribe, like, especially towards the end of the pre-merge. Again, seemed to be well positioned. Like, he was obviously, like, aligned with Vanessa and also had an alliance with Bridget. I keep on forgetting how you actually pronounce her name. Actually, I think I looked it up, right? Like, she's the Merge Boot, and I did the Merge Boot ranking. I forgot what I did there. Because I don't think it's not, I know it's not pronounced Bridget. It's like Brigitte, right? Whatever, either way. But he had good relationships there. They got to the merge together. Had no real danger points before that. Kind of gets unlucky too with what's his name? The one guy that gets medevaced that was on his side. I forgot his name. Either way,
Tell me.
because, like, if that hadn't happened, there would have been a bigger chance that they get into the merge with numbers, and Sinel was his name.
You sure could use one with tox.
And if that's the case, then I think MZ probably wins. So it's like,
Start doing your damn job.
I don't think he's I don't think he's a bad player. I think he's, for the time, actually a pretty good one. But again, he's like, his actual game on the season still flawed there.
Got a light?
Yeah, Briite. I don't remember what I don't even remember what I did, because, again, I recorded it. Oh, fuck, should I find it? Like, I think I should still have the audio on here because I haven't edited it. What the fuck did I say? I don't remember. Because I'm pretty sure I tried to look it up and then, like, just didn't really bother by the end of it. Because it's hard to find SA. Like, I found the SA1 episodes, but, like, to find the point where they actually say her name, which is kind of annoying. Actually, I could have looked up her vote out. I'm a fucking idiot. I just love how, like, I didn't even think about that until now. Whatever. How long is this recording? I'm pretty sure it's super short, right? Yeah. Let's see. I can find it. Who is this at number 7? Who's at number 6? Yeah, okay. Who is this? This is so fucking weird scrolling through raw audio here.
Jojo Clan's Matsugane office shooting.
That's so tough too, because, like, I'm not.
Whatever. Been in the family for years.
Did I know her?
Fuck. I don't think I actually say. I think it was a situation where I only said her name once at the beginning, and then I didn't bother saying it ever again on purpose. I think that's probably what I did.
Guy's a
So
killer
whatever.
assassin.
Do I think Gareth will be on All Stars? No. I don't think they bother calling him. I think with season 1, I think the most likely person's probably Jacinda or Vanessa. Vanessa as like obviously the first winner, and they might try to get her because of that. And then I think Jacinda's like the only person that's still like active online and has talked about Survivor SA recently. So I think those are the two most likely. Ashley, from what I understand, LaRue both has done an interview, and he said that Ashley said no when he asked her.
So the Kiore clan.
So I would guess that Ashley doesn't want to be on All Stars. But yeah, it'd be cool if she was. Though I mean, at this point, it's like again so far removed. But I'm pretty sure production wants Ashley Hayden though. But I don't think she would say yes, is what my sense of it is. Oh yeah, Graham's a lock, I think. I'd be very surprised if they don't get Graham. I think the only thing that would like potentially knock Graham out is if they think he's too similar to like a Rob Bentley and like having both of them on is too much. But I think more than likely they're going to have both. I would be surprised. I do think Rob is the bigger lock, but I think Graham is also very, very likely.
Yeah.
Again, someone that's also still very active in the SA community. Just recently did interviews with RJP, and it's like I just feel like he's super likely. Does Heike want to? I don't think Heike would. I would be surprised. I don't know where Heike is currently in terms of his career. Like, I know he's still around. Let's look this up. But I don't... Like, I would doubt he's still in the point where, like, he would be willing to play Survivor. He's 43 now, too. Oh, is he divorced? I didn't realize he got... Oh, no, he got remarried. Okay, whatever. He just wrote a book, Heike Berg Ultimate Survivor. So, I mean, who knows? Maybe he would play again. I would guess no, though. I would be surprised if Heike were to want to play again. Especially considering how much he like struggled with his morals the first time around. It would be interesting to see him actually play on Return, like him actually not try to hold back like he did last time. Even though I mean, like there's still points where he definitely comes off as hypocritical and everything, but. Where he is playing the game, but he tries to act like he isn't. But I would guess that he more likely won't come back anyway.
Huh?
Fuck, we're not even an hour and a half in the stream. God damn. I'll be honest, like I think this is gonna be a shorter stream here. Like I don't plan on ending like right away. Like I'll probably go for another hour or so, but I don't think I'm not gonna stay up until like 3-4 o'clock. I mean, I just fucking streamed until what, like, was it 3 something yesterday? Doing that AC Origin speedrun, which I'll probably be doing again tomorrow. I don't know. I want to, but I also don't. Like, I want to do another attempt, but I also don't really want to stay up that late because like I won't be able to do it until after work. And it's like, I don't know. We'll see. David Oldfield was on I'm a Celebrity AU. Is his wife also a celebrity, or is it just like he's just was randomly on there for his wife? Oh, he got divorced too. What's with all these celebrity Survivor people getting divorced? Oh, she was a former co-host of The Catch-Up. Oh, is also on The Real Housewives of Sydney. Okay. That's something. Rob said he would consider SA All-Stars if Nicole gets cast. I feel like they would both get on, right? Like, I would be surprised if both of them didn't. Speedrun, it was fine. Like, I got a new PB by like 2 minutes 12 seconds, but it's a more consistent, like it was a more consistent run than my previous PBs, but I had like 3 major spots of time loss that if I didn't have those 3 spots, then I would have been able to move up on the leaderboard. So that's why I'm going to do another attempt tomorrow or whenever next time I can. Because I want to move on from Assassin's Creed Origins. I don't want to, like, I'm kind of I'm kind of out of it at this point of Origins, but I want to get a time that I feel like I'm content with. And like, no, I thought the time that I got yesterday would have been it, but like at the point where like I can move up on the leaderboard pretty easily. Like I want to do at least one more and try to get to move up at least one more spot. Because I'm 7th right now. I can easily be 6th. Because I lost like 40 seconds, like in a really dumb way. Going to Memphis, I lost 50 seconds at the like escaping the fort area later in the game, and then I lost a minute and a half on the final fucking split because that's bullshit. So it's like again, like just those time saves alone already puts me ahead, and then also there's like little like smaller time saves here and there, so it's like I very much can get a time good enough to move up on the leaderboard. So I'll probably do another run. And if and whenever I do, next game I will be trying out is The Last of Us, which I've done runs of in the past, but never officially. So, yeah, I mean that's also probably very likely that Rob just wants a cast that he thinks he could do well in. Yeah, he's SA7. It's like who else could he get back? Because like him and Nicole like for sure are working together if they come back. Could they get Nathan? Like would they want Nathan? From my understanding, Nathan's like an actor, right? Like I think he was in like a horror movie recently. I forgot which one it was. But like he's actually like doing stuff now. So I don't know if I don't even know if they would want him back anyway. But I mean you got Jacques, but it's like would Jacques work with Rob? I don't think so, right? Like, I doubt they would be too apt to work together. Then I believe Jacques and Nicole are fine. So it's like, maybe they would work together. CPay, would CPay want to work with Rob again? I don't know if that's super likely. Who else is likely to return there? I mean, Doraw's probably not. I don't think they would want Doraw, right? Mike would be interesting. Would Mike work with Rob again? Either way, I feel like it's gonna be like I think it's gonna be tough for Rob on the return. I think he is the Boston Rob of Survivor South Africa in terms of returnee potential. To where like Boston Rob coming in the Winners of War, where like he is the big dog, he is the person that is gonna be a massive target early on, but will need to have very important allies that want to keep him around due to him being a meat shield, and he needs to hope that he's able to get to the merge to where by that point he should be able to do some work, but he's going to be in a lot of danger early on. I don't think he's more. I think Graham is the Tony. I think Rob's the Boston Rob. I think Graham's the person that like is probably going to have a reputation of being dangerous, but is also not coming into that being the biggest threat on the board.
Hey.
They can never see yourself playing Assassin's Creed again. Yeah, I mean, I don't know where I'm at with Assassin's Creed at this point. Like, I'm still okay playing the old games. Like, in terms of like the newer stuff, I'm just like like Origins is like the most recent thing that I'm still content with playing. But it's like also not because it's Assassin's Creed. Like, it doesn't even like. I don't give a shit about any of the Assassin's Creed elements of Assassin's Creed Origins. Like, to be honest, the Assassin's Creed elements of it, outside of the confessionals and stuff, or the memory corridor sequences, like most of the others, actual Assassin's Creed stuff is like the worst part of the game.
Hey.
And like, it would have been better if it wasn't an Assassin's Creed game. But yeah, like in terms of Odyssey, it's like ugh. Valhalla at this point, ugh. Like I technically want to replay them, but I also don't, just because it's like like I want to replay them because like I've put so much time into them in the past, and they do have like a level of nostalgia just from like the amount of time I've put into playing them. So like to revisit it would be cool, but it's like also that would mean I have to play them, which I just don't have any interest in actually doing. And then like moving forward with Assassin's Creed, I don't care anymore. Like I'm just not gonna bother. But another speed, like I want to do Assassin's Creed Brotherhood speedruns at some point. That's another speed, and like Revelations would also be interesting. The problem is that they're long. That's the problem with me with speedruns. That like for me, like the optimal time for a speedrun is like 3 to 4 hours. Like that's kind of like the amount of time that I'm willing to put into a run. Beyond that, it's tougher. Where, am I really going to spend 6 hours doing a fucking speed run? Like, that's what my issue with, like, The Last of Us Part 2, where, like, that's, like, a 6-hour run for a full game. And it's like, I don't know if I want to spend 6 hours doing that. And, like, I talked about this with, like, Walking Dead Telltale, which is, like, a nothing run. But it's, like, it's still a run that I think I can get first or second place in. But that would mean I have to spend 7 hours playing Walking Dead Telltale in one sitting. It's like, I don't think I want to do that. And like Assassin's Creed Brotherhood and Revelations are both like, I think 6... No, they're not 6 hours. Well, I think technically console they're longer, but either way, I mean they're over 4 hours though, so I mean they're a bit longer.
Yes.
Do I think everyone would target the winners first? Yes, on a normal All-Star season. But I don't think it will be like the end-all be-all. Like, I think with Australians, like, so obviously Survivor All-Stars, we had the winners being targeted. Like, I think that was more legitimate. Australian Survivor All-Stars, I think it was more so a fluke than anything, especially because there were only 2 winners. And, like, Shane goes home right away, which I think that was always a likely scenario. And then you had Jericho, who I don't think gets voted out because he's a winner. I think he got voted out for... I mean, like, it was because he was a threat, but not necessarily because they were like, oh, we need to get the winners out. But I think with Survivor SA All-Stars, then, I think Rob Bentley has a massive target on his back. I think Graham would have a target on his back, but not one as big. And I feel like those are the 2 most likely winners to return. I don't know, Tom would be fine, right? Like, I don't think they're targeting Tom for being a winner, right? So I think that kind of, like, proves the point there. That, yeah, I think Tom would be fine on All-Stars. But, and, like, I think if Nicole were to return, I think Nicole would be fine as well. I don't think they're going to go for Nicole, though. Please? If they were to do All-Stars, but who knows? I haven't talked about this, something I did, or was it? Tom could be a 2-time winner, probably. That'd be funny. Like, imagine Tom Schwartz, 2-time winner.
Yes.
I mean, to be honest, that wouldn't put him too dissimilar from Sandra.
Tom?
I mean, I think Sandra is a better player than Tom, but in terms of their like first winning games, I don't think they're that different. Where am I going? Where is this? Oh wait, so I'm a fucking idiot. It says the fucking thing there. Search the fridge. Where's the fridge? Oh, wait, can I? Oh, I can walk. I'm a fucking idiot. That's it. All right, there we go. Yeah, I'm surprised. Like, that's kind of a surprise too that they bothered to ask Sandra back for Heroes vs. Villains. Because like I know she was like asked back for All Stars, and she had to say no because she was sick or whatever at the time. And then I know she was in the running for Micronesia before it was like fans' favorites. But it is a surprise that they went for Sandra. I guess like who were the other like female villains they were trying to cast though? I guess that's the bigger question because I'm forgetting like who else was there because like Corinne said no. And they had to replace her with Danielle De Lorenzo. But, like, who else was even in contention for, like, female villains? Like, even with Parvati, she was supposed to be on Heroes. Candace was supposed to be on Villains. They swapped them out at the last second. So it's like, I wonder if they were just struggling for female villains anyway. Yeah, I'm looking at the list. I mean, I guess Jenna Lewis... But to be honest, like I think Sandra at that point is probably still a better casting choice. Oh, but Natalie Bolton. But were they going for challenge strength then? Because like Natalie Bolton's stronger physical competitor than Sandra. And were they trying to like match up like Sandra? I feel like Sandra and Suri are kind of on the same level physically. I feel like maybe that's what they were going for. But yeah, I do think it's kind of weird that they cast Sandra there. I don't remember. What did I do in my recasting video? I mean, that's not out yet. I mean, I haven't even edited it yet, but I did do a recasting Heroes vs. Villains. I think I kept Sandra on, I'm pretty sure, but I'm not 100% to be honest. Fuck. Where's the other thing? Oh, the cake wrapper. Where's the cake wrapper? Oh, wait. It's vibrating. Is it the trash can? Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah, that is weird too. Yeah, that Sandra and Suri have been on 2 seasons together, and they have this like massive rivalry that's like never been able to been used, which is weird because they never actually got to play together, despite being on the same season. Because Suri was one of these people that, like, after Heroes vs. Villains, was very anti-Sandra. And was talking about how Russell should have won. And, like, sided with Russell and all of the arguments that Russell and Sandra were having. So that's why, like, coming into Game Changers, like, that was, like, kind of like a built-in rivalry that could have been there. But then it just led to nothing because they never actually got to play together.
Yeah.
Does Suri want to play again? I believe so. Yeah, like I don't think it'll be like for any given season, but I'm pretty sure if if I think Survivor 50, if it's like a legend sort of season, like I feel like Suri's a lock. Like I think at this point, for me, it's more so a question of like, is production going to create a theme that they would be willing to bring her back again for, more so than does she want to come back? Because I feel like she more than likely says yes most of the time. Are we done? Thank you. I don't know what I'm going to do with this retrospective. Because the reason I'm playing this now is because I did want to do a Judgment retrospective, but I'm like, I kind of don't even really want to at this point. Huh? But I've done a video on every other Yakuza game, so it's like, I guess I still should do this one. Whatever. Because I mean, Spencer was very anti wanting to return after 31. Like, he was done with Survivor. It's not until like very, very recently that he's like considered coming back again. And most of my casting videos where I talk about like Spencer not wanting to come back were recorded. Like, the thing is, like, we didn't know Spencer was like in the running to come back for 40 until like kind of recently. Like, until like I think it was like within the last year or so. And like most of the casting videos that I mentioned that Spencer doesn't want to come back again are like from before that. And to be honest, even then, I think there's enough hesitancy there that I'm like not like super like high on Spencer's likelihood of returning. Where like again, like I think he's willing to say yes, and I think production would want him back in a lot of scenarios. But I don't think it's like I don't think it's a lock that we're going to see Spencer play again at some point. Unlike it is with, like, for me, Suri, I think is pretty much a lock that we'll see her play again at some point. But I don't think it's necessarily the case with Spencer. Oh, this.
Okay.
But I do think it looks more likely than it did pre-Survivor 40. Where I think pre-Survivor 40, I thought there was no chance he was coming back. Because he had such a terrible experience with 31, and since then he's also like become a radically different person.
Nope.
XR was XR. I don't even know why I bothered copying pasting that. Like, I could literally just type in XR, but whatever. Oh, what is this?
Okay.
I don't even know what this is. Whatever. Have I heard of Hard Attack Grow? Yes, I have. I've heard of it. I mean, like, I haven't been there or anything, but it's arm wrestling with a twist. And does anyone actually care about arm wrestling as a sport to begin with? I mean, outside of, like, Over the Top. The greatest movie of all time.
Hey.
Do I have that on Blu-ray? No, I don't. Huh, I did. Anyway. Oh my god, I really don't care about what's going on in the game. I haven't talked about... Did I talk about this? I did buy Life is Strange, True Colors. The other day. So I'll be playing that soon. So that's something. Objection. So dumb. And I also bought Deathloop, which obviously I'm very, very excited to play. But
Yep.
what I think is the funniest moment in Austrian Star 2017. I feel like it's kind of tough to say offhand. Oh, what are the funny moments from Australian Spy? Like, I can think of, like, humorous storylines. Like, I mean, like Henry, oh, it's probably the Annalise thing, right? Annalise's vote out? I feel like that's probably the funniest moment. Where, like, they're, yelling in the confessional. In the voting booth. Wait. No, not that one. This one, I think. How's Dan not been on the challenge? I don't know, actually. I feel like he seems like a perfect fit, right? How big is Dan, though? I feel like he's probably one of these people that's like... Actually, I don't know. I guess he could be tall, right? What's his name? Dan Rengering, right? There we go. Yeah, he feels like the perfect person to try. He's only 31? I thought he was older. I really thought he was like 35. He looks fucking weird. Oh my fucking god. I'm looking at his Instagram. It's like his fucking profile picture looks fucking weird. Oh, he just in general has like changed his hairstyle. Yeah. Whatever. I mean, Lockie losing his pants, like, it's kind of whatever to me. Yeah, I feel like, yeah, that's the one that really sticks out to my mind, is the Annalise vote out. And then again, like the Henry, what was it? When he decides to swap tribes and screws over Jackie. Like, that's kind of like a humorous storyline. It's not really like a funny moment, though. So I think that's the thing that's like weird with that one. What was it? I mean, this is so fucking dumb. I don't fucking know. Whatever. I'm not even paying attention.
Huh?
I mean, yeah, Michael Yerger, I mean, that's like a really notable thing, is that, yeah, he was only 18 somehow. Which I really don't get how Michael Yerger was only 18 when he played Survivor. I forgot, was Michael Yerger the first person that played Survivor when that was younger than me? Like, how old's Michael Yerger now? He's only 23 now. That's fucking weird. Is Will Wall younger than me? I feel like Will Wall's probably younger than me. Like, I think it's barely, though. Oh, no, he's 24. Okay, I guess actually he's like 2 years younger than me. Huh. Okay. So that means Julia Sokolowski's also younger than me, right? Yeah, she's 25. Okay. Huh. So she must have been the first then. Because I don't think 30 had anyone that young. Yeah, but I mean, actually, yeah, it would have to be. Because I was only like 20, right? At the time of... Well, I was... Wait, no, I was... Wait. When the fuck was Co Wrong? That was 2014? Whatever, who fucking cares? Either way, I'm pretty sure it's Julia Sokolowski. I feel like with Big Brother it didn't happen until recently, right? I think Big Brother, it wasn't until 21. Like BB21 that we had people that were younger than me. You find the part where Henry decides to swap tribes and leave Jackie behind to be the worst move of the season? It's bad. It's really bad. It's funny that he's able to recover from it. But yeah, it is really bad. Like the only reason I wouldn't say it's the worst is because it's not a game-ending move. It potentially could have been, but he does, like, again, he recovers from it. He's able to build that bond with Loki, and then later like build the alliance with like Ziggy and Tara and all that, whatever. So he's able to recover from it. So it's like, I don't think it's the worst thing in the world, but like, yeah, it's bad though. Fuck. I don't really care. Watch Penguin Zero's video on supervillains. I probably won't. Like, I at least know who he is. That's something. Yeah, in terms of, like, again, like, I'm not really big into watching a lot of YouTube at this point. He's 9 million subscribers.
Huh?
Oh, is this the video? Whatever. Oh, he did a Halloween candy tier list. That's something. I really wonder how much money are they fucking getting from YouTube? From just ad revenue? Or like, he does multiple videos a day and gets like at least 500,000 views on most videos. I mean, like, more than that, really. So it's like, how much money is he fucking making? God damn. I'm pretty sure Michelle, like, Big Meech is, I think, actually, no, Ramses is younger than me, isn't he? So I guess the BB19 then. But I'm pretty sure Big Meech is, like, I think she's actually, like, 2 years older than me, right? Cool. Big Brother. How old is she? Yeah, she's 28. She's like she's almost 3 years older than me, actually. How did he become so big? I don't fucking know. I don't know how most fucking YouTubers become so big. Like, I don't know many big YouTubers or any like Twitch streamers or any of these other fucking people. Like, I don't fucking watch YouTube enough.
Check this out.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Ramses is younger than me, so I guess Ramses is actually the first. Let's see. I think he's barely, though. Yeah, we were born the same year, so it's like barely.
Well,
What would I do if Mr. Beast called me out? I mean, Mr. Beast is not calling me out. Again, like, I'm a nothing fucking YouTuber. Like, Again, like, if anyone's gonna call me out, it would be, like, fucking, like, Once Upon an Island or something like that. It wouldn't be fucking a guy with, like, millions of subscribers. Oh yeah, Ben and Henry were the ones to switch.
Huh?
Yeah, so then, yeah, Benry, who also has a connection to Australian Survivor. Through him being the, brother-in-law of Flick, which is so fucking weird. This is so fucking long. Why is this still going on?
Huh?
You know what? Fuck this. I'm not even gonna bother, like, paying attention to this. Oh, fuck off, there's more. Nope. Don't care. This is just a fucking dumb scene anyway. Thank you. We're done, hopefully.
Thank you.
I mean, even if he calls out small YouTubers, like, I'm pretty sure I'm, like, too small, right?
I'm sorry.
Oh my god, I don't fucking care. But yeah, I'm almost done playing Fist of the North Star, and that's something. Which I've been playing on my own for the last like 2 weeks now, but I think I'm gonna try to finish it before work tomorrow. I should only have like an hour left of it. Which I'm playing that because I want to include that in my Judgment retrospective. So like he's called out smaller? Like I have no clue like who's he's called out, so but yeah, if he's called out someone with less than 9,000 subscribers, then what the fuck is he even doing? Is that the case? I didn't pay attention to that. That's hilarious if that's the case. That Joan got more, because Joan got like 10 confessionals, right? In the premiere. I remember she got a lot. Even though I feel like I barely know who the fuck she is. But I do remember that, yeah, she did get a good amount. Let's see. She got 10. Yeah, she got 10. How the fuck she get the most confessionals in the premiere? Yeah, I feel like I barely know who she is. It's so weird that she got that many. But anyway, then, yeah, Flick got, what, 7? That's so sad. Yeah, that's something. Trying to look at these others. Like, who got the least amount of confessionals on Brains vs. Brawn? I guess Phil and Gavin tie with 2. Georgia only got 8. Chelsea got 5. Gerald. Oh my god, that's fucking funny too. Yeah, that so Joan got more confessionals than Gerald. And yeah, it took Andrew 18 episodes to get the same amount of confessionals that Joan did in the premiere. That's also kind of funny. Who's the like least edited person? I guess it'll probably be like Kate, right? Oh, wait, Amy only got 3 confessionals in Australian Survivor 2017. I forgot she got that small of an edit. Yeah, Kate only got 3 confessionals. Yeah, that's why. Like that's what I'm talking about. Where like people talking about like, oh, Australian Survivor 2017, what a great cast. It's like, yeah, because like fucking Kate is like riveting TV, and like fucking Amy and Odette and like some of these other people that like barely on the show. But yeah, again, it is a good cast, but it's like I think people like people say, oh, I'd like to see anyone from Australian Survivor 2017 come back. It's like, yeah, because everyone fucking wants a Kate return. Where are we going? We're going down here again.
Yagami.
You remember
What are you doing
Kate?
here?
Just here to
I
chat.
feel like no one remembers Kate.
Chat.
It's like I literally couldn't even tell you what Kate looks like. I feel like my like interpretation of Kate is like
Never mind.
she looks like T-Bird,
Gotta worry about that.
but I could be completely wrong.
He's in no position to be coming after you anymore.
What does Kate look like?
You mean because of the shooting?
Yeah, I'm talking about Kate from 2017, by the way,
Really shook him up.
not
He's been MIA ever
2016.
since that night.
I think that comparison's like still relatively apt.
So, what do you want? Don't just
Kind
stand
of
there.
T-Bird-esque.
You're a guest. Take a seat.
Sounds like the.
Oh yeah,
family's
AK's voting confession. I forgot about that actually.
Got that right. The office is crawling with cops. Gonna head over there myself once I'm done with this.
Yeah, Australian Survivor All Stars Heroes vs Villains. I want to do
Why?
that at some. Like I legitimately would want to do
Shore
that.
up the defensive line. The whole family's on duty. For
Like,
this.
really, I would love to do a lot of these, like, other, like, more niche Survivor videos I do, but do them for International Survivor. The problem is that they are so niche that I just don't feel incentivized to really take time out of the schedule to do them.
Command's in town.
But, like, I would love to do, like, Redividing the Tribes
Straight up
for
from Consul.
International Survivor.
Who's this guy?
named Satoshi Shioya.
Especially because, like,
He has
full
a natural
disclosure,
gunfighter.
Redividing the Tribes is
Soon
like the
enough,
easiest
you'll
fucking
check.
video to do.
He's the one who ordered the shooting.
It's literally like
Though he was targeting
I think by
Hummer, not
far the
What makes you say
easiest
that?
video to put
Take a look
together.
at this. It's a shot of
I'm that, or maybe like
Tough to
wait,
look
what was
at.
the other one? There was another
Bullets through
series
both
that I did that
eyes.
was like super easy to put
That's not what I
together.
want to show you. Look at his clothes.
It's close.
But yeah, I mean, Redividing Tribes though was like super quick turn. Oh, recasting
Same
videos,
jacket yesterday.
same thing.
Wait.
Yeah, those are like
About
super
the
quick
same age,
turnarounds.
and they look the same from behind too. Safe to say the captain knows who they were really after.
Yeah, Andrew only got 13 confessionals.
Explains why he went into hiding so quick.
Do I think this episode sucked the life out of the season? No, I
Funny how
don't think
this
it
all
did.
worked out.
But I think it's definitely the biggest knock against the
Kiyoria
season
gunning
so
for
far.
Captain Hamura. Why wouldn't they go for the guys who set him free too?
What?
Yeah, I mean, you're always going to have that with
If
people on
anything,
Facebook
Shitani's
complaining
the
about
story.
race and everything whenever there's like an
Hamura's
alliance getting together
Yeah.
He won't stand a chance
in this
if Downey's
manner,
gunning
but
for him.
whatever.
If I were you, I'd at least give him a heads up.
I mean, again, like a lot of people were complaining about the cookout at the same time too, though. What are we doing? Wait, what's the objective then? Nah, whatever. Did I like the editing style of this episode? In terms of what? I like the editing of the season as a whole, but nothing sticks out from this episode in particular.
Know-it-all doing? Good?
Who is this?
Goodbye, you know. from the
If anything, I
beginning.
actually didn't like
And you're calling
some
me
things with this
why?
episode in terms of how it was presented, where I didn't like how the like I feel like we didn't see a lot of strategy from the tribe that, or not the tribe, but the group that went on the reward. Like the fact that, like, I feel like we barely saw anything there outside of the fact that Danny wants to target the women and stuff. But like we didn't see any real strategizing between that group, which I think is kind of underwhelming. But again, I feel like more than likely that means it won't matter. Especially with all of them. Yeah, all of them being people that aren't super high in terms of winner contention. Outside of Evie, and even Evie is like really slipping. So it's like I have a feeling that it just simply doesn't matter then. A lot of those storylines, but still, it would have been nice if we saw that. Especially because we got so much focus on like Shan and Liana, and then Liana and Tiffany, and then whatever. Xander got a lot of content too, which again very much screams out to me that they're more important to the storyline. Can you still see the season being the best season ever? I don't think there was ever a point where I thought this season could be the best season ever. I still see this, like, I still think there's potential for this being a top tier season, but I don't think it's gonna quite hit like it's not gonna hit the top of the top seasons. Like, it's not gonna be like, no chance it hits Kageon, Heroes vs. Villains, David vs. Goliath, Pearl Islands, Micronesia. There's still a sliver of a chance it hits that next tier, like the Philippines. You got like San Juan del Sur, Korong, like in that sort of tier. Like, I could still see there being a chance, but still not
I've heard a
particularly
lot
likely.
about you, Yagami-san.
I think more than likely it'll probably be a mid-tier season, but we'll see.
Thanks.
David Oldfield was on Hell's Kitchen AU. I can definitely see David Oldfield being the type of person that goes on like every celebrity show that he's asked for.
Shut up and help us kick his ass already.
Help you.
Come on, boys.
Do I think Sharn is a hero or villain? Sharn, I think, would be a hero, but I think she could be a villain if they didn't have enough.
I was looking forward to this fight.
You know what? Let's fucking do it.
Dogpiling the guy. Be glad
Whatever.
to give you a taste too.
To bring up the cast, Australian Survivor.
Hey, what's your deal?
Just want to fight you.
Where is it?
That's
There
the
we
whole
go.
reason I joined the Kaheen. Locking fists with tough bastards like you.
Yeah, so... Okay. So we're doing redividing the tribes. Because again, like, more than likely, I'm not making this video. Even if I am going to make this video, it's not going to be for a very long time anyway, so... Well, we'll talk through
the
it.
only thing that keeps the
Do I think it could be the best season this year? I think it can be, but if I were to guess, I would actually say it's probably going to be the worst Survivor season this year. I mean, actually, I don't know. I mean, like, I'm kind of conflicted right now on what my opinions are of SA Media Island. And like Brains vs. Bronze, also like a very wonky one. So I mean, I don't know. I guess it could still be above them. And I'm like, if I'm thinking of this as like a mid-tier Survivor US season, that puts it below those other two, but like I don't know if that feels right. But anyway, so all right, we got David, villain. Sharn, let's say hero for now.
Fighting for no reason though.
Moana, I think, is a hero for now. Brooke, I think, is a hero. Tarzan's obviously a hero. AK is a villain.
I think we're done.
Shawnee,
What?
what is Shawnee? I guess a hero for now, but again, I feel like we're gonna get too many hero
What about
women.
your fight?
Jackie,
I thought that's what keeps the world
what the fuck
spinning.
is Jackie?
Can't exactly fight you if you're rotting away behind bars.
I don't know. Let's just say villain because we don't have many villains. Zack is a villain. Lee is a hero. Harry is a villain. Lockie is a hero. Nick is a villain. Flick is a villain. Phoebe, let's just say villain for the sake of it. Matt is a hero.
Who's that guy, Kim-san?
John is a hero, I guess. Lydia is a hero. Abby is a hero? That could go either way. Henry, let's just say villain for the sake of it. Michelle, villain, I guess. Could go either way, but it's like whatever. Daisy, I don't know where the fuck put Daisy. I mean, Shane would be a hero, right?
So there are
Jericho
two
would be a
more?
villain. So so what's the split here? So we actually have, yeah, so we have 8 female heroes, we have 7 male villains, so we need to figure this out. So again, David is for sure a villain, AK is for sure a villain. I don't know, I feel like who's the hero, like who's the one that, Jericho has to be a villain, right? I feel like these guys, I feel like, I don't know who to move here. You got David, AK, Zach, Harry, Nick, Henry,
You too, Kim-san.
Jericho. I guess Henry is the most likely to be a hero. But that doesn't sound right, though. No, let's fix the women for... I mean, is Jackie a villain? Like, can I legitimately say Jackie is a villain? Like, what has Jackie done? You know, for the sake of it, let's put Sharn on villain. I think let's put Abby on villain. Because she did turn on her alliance and everything. Daisy, is Daisy a hero? I feel like I don't know. Is Shawnee a villain? No, right? Shawnee's a hero, right? Like I feel like Moana and Brooke are locked heroes based on their previous seasons. I think now Moana you can argue villain, but I think at the time definitely hero. I just don't know what to do with Jackie. Lydia is for sure hero. Shane is for sure hero. So yeah, it's like Shawnee, Jackie, Daisy. I guess Daisy seems to make the most sense, I think. I mean, if we're looking at archetype-wise, we got Jackie and Sharn, who I think are similar. So we gotta split them up. Lydia and Abby, I guess, are similar. Dang, they put them on the same tribe of reality, but who fucking cares? Michelle and Shawnee are similar. Let's just say Brooke and Flick are similar for the sake of it. Phoebe and Moana, is that a match? Not really. I think Phoebe and Daisy are more of a match. But I can't do that. Yeah, so fuck, I have to put Daisy. I have to flip Daisy. Alright, whatever. Daisy's a villain. Because that's clear. So who's the guy that I flip over? I think AK's a villain, right? David is a villain. Zach is a villain. Imagine they put Zach on the hero tribe. That would be fucking hilarious. It'd be dumb as shit, but whatever. Nick is I guess, should we say Nick is a hero? I think Nick is the one you can argue is a hero. But then he's promoted as like the original Snake, right? Even though he does nothing actually bad. But I feel like it's like a Jerry Manthe situation where like you can't put Jerry Manthe as a hero. Also, is it Henry? But then I feel like the most notable thing about Henry is that he's like this guy that lied about being a yoga instructor, right? It's like I feel like that wouldn't necessarily work. I mean, to be honest, I don't think it works really. Like realistically, like this doesn't work splitting up into heroes versus villains. But yeah, you can get close though. Then I feel like this is like relatively close, but you just gotta make some pretty big leaps in logic at a point though. Would you say like Jericho can't be a hero, right? Yeah, you can't put Jericho as a hero. I don't know, either way, it doesn't really matter. But like, I don't think it fully works. I think it's like Cambodia. Or like I tried to do Cambodia, right, and it didn't work out. Whatever. Do I think Abby's a good player? We're talking about Abby Maria? Or are we talking about Abby... Well, I'm assuming by spelling you're talking about Abby Maria. But then I feel like we just talked about Abby from Australian Survivor. I don't know. Either way, Abby Maria, no. Abby Holmes, or I think is her name. Yes. A flawed player, but I think she's overall good. I did not see the Lightyear trailer, though I've seen like screenshots from it. I'm not particularly interested in it. Like I'm not I don't know, I've never been needing a fucking Buzz Lightyear fucking movie, but I don't know. Am I making any BB Can videos before season 10? Yes. I'm doing a Dreamcasting BB Can All-Star video. Outside of that, I don't think so. I don't remember anymore. I don't think so, though. But I might actually... I don't remember my own schedule. I know I wanted to do, like... so this is something before BB Can 11 that I talked about in the previous stream. I might do a thing where I rank every BB Can player. That's up for grabs. But again, that'll be in the time between 10 and 11. It won't be before 10. Wasn't Candace was supposed to be a villain. Which I think makes more sense. And Parvati was supposed to be a hero, which that's kind of questionable. Not that I think like I think Parvati fits a villain. Like I don't like, even though again she was supposed to originally be a hero. It's like I feel like it doesn't make sense for her to be a hero after Micronesia.
Excuse me.
Wait, what just happened there? Oh, okay, I forgot. There's just no audio. Okay, whatever. Yeah, from what I understand, it looks really good. From what I understand, the Lightyear trailer. But again, like I'm personally not super interested in it. Yeah, Chris Evans voices Buzz, which is weird. Can I do it 2022? I could do it 2022. I just won't do it before BB Can 10.
Yagami.
Because I feel like BB Can 10 is kind of like the time to do it. Because like it's the 10th season, like it kind of makes sense to do it there. Like I feel like to do it before BB Can 10 just seems weird. Like why am I doing it for BB Can 9? Like when I could just do it for BB Can 10. But yeah, I mean, again, like it's definitely that's something I've definitely thought about. I said like in between 10 and 11. I think more than likely it will be right before 11. Probably not right before, but I mean like probably like like usually what I do is like usually I have a BB Can video within January of every year. Like to be honest, it's not really like a purposeful thing, but it just ends up happening that way. Yeah, because last year I did BB Can runner-up ranking, or this year I should say. Next year I'm gonna have the Dreamcasting BB Can All Stars. I think I did the same thing 2020. Yeah, I had regular casting BB Can All Stars. So yeah, I don't know. It just seems like it's just kind of a thing that just ends up happening. It's not really purposeful, but I could see it being in that sort of spot. But again, like I could also technically do it right after BB Can 10, but I think it's more likely that I do it in like a bit closer to BB Can 11. Thoughts on the Toy Story movies? I like them. I watched 1 and 2 a lot when I was a kid, and then I really love 3, but I haven't watched them in forever though. And I haven't watched 4. To be honest, I forgot 4 even fucking existed until I just like thought about it right now. But yeah, I mean, I love the first 3 though. Do I prefer BB Can or BBUS? Yep. It matters what we're looking at. I think in terms of, I think they have their pros and cons.
Thank you.
I think my gut is saying I like BB Can more, but like I don't think I can legitimately say that because I think they both have their issues.
Hey.
I think if they were to mix the two shows together, like the pros of BB Can and the pros of BBUS, you could have the perfect BB Can or BB production. But I think they're both like kind of have their own issues.
Huh?
Yeah.
Well, any girl from this season's right again. Like I'm not real. Like I don't think this is like a cast that's like really my thing personally. Hey, I haven't watched Toy Story 4. I think I looked up the ending, if I remember right, a while back, but I don't even remember it at this point. But yeah, Toy Story 3 though, yeah, definitely. I feel like that's like the main thing I remember from Toy Story 3 is like how emotional I got at the end, because I feel like for the most part I didn't even like a decent amount of the middle part of the movie. I remember like feeling a bit bored during the middle portion of the movie, but like again, like the ending though, by the time you get to that point, it definitely is pretty emotional. Oh my god, I really don't care. I'm just gonna skip this again. Ugh. How long? Wait. I'm gonna look this up real quick. How long is this game? Like, how long was my previous playthrough? Well, I know how long it was, but I mean, like, how far into it are we in comparison to that? So we're in like chapter 4. Fuck, we're not even like halfway. Yeah, we're not even close to halfway either. We're still like, what, like 3 hours off? Based on my last playthrough? Ugh. Oh, fuck off. What the fuck is this? I mean, those would probably be my top 3. But probably... probably F, Sydney, Mary, Sarah, kill Liana, I guess. I think you could swap Sarah and Liana, though. I don't think there's like that major a difference. Wait, so yeah, we are on chapter 4, right? Fuck. Oh, fuck off. Just fucking open the thing, thank you. Okay, so how long? So we're like 9 hours into this? Or, wait, is that? Yes, the autosave, right? No, 11 hours into it, fuck. Ugh. This really is taking forever. But yeah, just in general, I feel like this year of Survivor has not been my
Guess we're doing this.
favorite in terms of aesthetics of people. I guess. Or am I doing 3 Survivor US Rush this year? I'm debating on what I'm doing with that right now. I'm like obviously gonna do 2 for sure because I'm doing those 20-year ones. I'm debating on. I guess at that point it would be 4, right? If I do 2, like if I do 1 in between, like in like the middle spot in between those other 2, so I guess it would be 4. Because again, the thing was like, I mean, this is probably. Okay, so next year I'm doing Marquesas in February, right? It's February. And then Thailand will be in September. So like the midway part is like what? Like May's not a good month though. June would probably work out better. But either way, like midway through that would be like I Am the Idols. That would probably be the plan. And then actually, would I redo I Am the Idols though? That's the question. Do I redo I Am the Idols? No, I mean, the question is not. The question is like, do I need to do I Am the Idols more so? Like because like I would do because like essentially I'm going backwards from where I'm currently at because I've done Winners at War to a point where I'm content with. Like I'm happy with like my review of Winners at War, even though I actually like accidentally rewatched the beginning of it today. It's like, what the fuck is that with the audio at the beginning of it? I don't know why it's like so soft at the beginning, but who fucking cares? Yeah, like Winners at War, I did that. I did the player ranking. I feel like I'm content with my coverage of Winners at War. IOI is where like I'm a bit like middle of the road on that. Like I'm definitely doing a player ranking, but do I need to do a full-blown retrospective? I think I do. Because I do think I don't think I go into as much detail as I should have. But it's, I don't know. Well, we'll see. But I think I will probably do IOI. So, but like, it'll be in between that. So it'll probably be like June-ish time. And then in between September and the next February, which would probably be, what, like 11? Yeah, either way I'm going to rewatch it. It's more so like, do I make the full-blown retrospective of it? Because I mean, rewatching a season without the without having to do a retrospective on it is so much easier than like having to actually sit there, take notes, and then condense those notes into a script. Like it's like that's the more difficult part of it than the actual rewatch. But anyway, yeah. So what? Between September and February, that's like what? It's only like 5. Yeah, it's not even, is it? Either way. But so that'll probably be sometime in like November. I would do EOE, I guess. I don't know. Again, like that's probably how I would approach it if I am going to do it. Though, I mean, I'll be honest. Like I'm trying to look at the schedule right now. Because I already scheduled pretty much the first half of next year. So, I mean, see, the tough thing, too, is that if I'm going to do them, they will probably need to be Wednesday videos. Or I could do a Saturday. Well, no, because actually, yeah, it shouldn't matter, right? Because I'm not doing it for any anniversary. So it's not like I have to spread out the player ranking and the retrospective. It's like, it's fine. They can be back to back. So that's probably how I'll approach it is just have like the retrospective on Wednesday, have the ranking on Saturday, or maybe vice versa. That's probably how I'll approach it there. So, I mean, that could be done. Like, that's definitely not too hard to fit in the back half of next year. I don't know if I can fit it in the front half at this point. Because, like, if this would be... So this would be around June. Oh, I could do it, actually. Yeah, I could definitely do it. But that means I have to rewatch it now, though. Fuck. Yeah, I mean, I don't have to, but, like, this would be around the time where I would probably rewatch IOI then. Yeah. We'll see. I'm trying to think. So, wait, so what's the next season I have to watch? That's the problem too, is again, like, that's the thing that takes the longest, is watching the seasons and then condensing the scripts. Like, that's why I don't do these retrospectives super often, is because, like, they take a lot of fucking time to put together. Like, they're the videos that take the longest amount of time to put together. So it's like with this next batch of videos I'm going to be working on, we got BB3, A&W. Am I still going to do A&W? That's the question. So I thought about continuing off the history of A&W series. I still haven't locked in if I'm actually going to do it. The Glass House. I forgot I'm going to do Glass House retrospective. Got Survivor Thailand. Let's just go through the entire back half of next year. I think that's it, though. So it's those 3 shows. Maybe I'll do it for the back half of next year. But that's so long, though. Or maybe I can just do both IOI and Edge of Extinction at the same time. And then just, like make IOI when I do Edge of Extinction, but then, like, just release IOI way earlier. Maybe that's a thing I could do. We'll see. No. We'll see how long it takes for this batch of videos. I think no matter what, I'm going to focus on the videos that I have done already right now. And then once I have those done, if I still have time to make the IOI retrospective and player ranking before, like, that point where they need to come out, then I'll bother putting, moving the schedule around to fit it in. But I think for now, if I am going to do it, it might have to wait until closer to the end of next year. Yeah, because again, the front half of the year is pretty much filled out. Back half, there's a lot of empty spaces, but and even then, in the back half, there's, like, videos that I'm not even 100% locked in and doing. But yeah, there's definitely not much room in the front half. I'm too fair. I can just cancel. Like, there's some videos I haven't started working on that I could definitely just cancel outright, or, like, not do it until way later. Like my favorite player from every season video. Like, I'm not even that apt to do it. Like, it's on the schedule, and it's like I'm not gonna do it until after 42. But, like, I can definitely scrap that and do the IOI retrospective instead. Even though the IOI retrospective just takes so much longer, though. Like, that's the issue, is that it takes so fucking long to make those videos. But anyway. And by funny, that I would be, like, more so fucked up if that happened, if Tiffany cheated on her husband while on Survivor. But yeah, she is the person that supposedly got engaged while watching Survivor. What am I doing? I think jury will start at 11. I don't think they're gonna do a jury at 12. It makes no sense. Based on the current format of Survivor, where they only have a tiebreaker set in place for a tie if 2 people are tied at Final Tribal, that means they have to avoid a 3-person tie at the end. Which, if they start the jury at 12, that means that they are having the potential of a 3-3-3 tie. So I don't think modern Survivor would do that, and I think that's why they changed the rules after. That's why they changed it after Philippines, to where from that point forward it was always a even number of jury votes, that they couldn't have a 3-way tie. I guess not necessarily even jury vote, but like not divisible by 3. So I think it'll start at 11. Do I still like A&W? I mean, did I ever like A&W? I think that's the bigger question. I mean, I liked A&Ws 1 through 3. And 4, like, again, like, if I am doing this, if I'm continuing on history of A&W 4 is the next one. That's one I still feel qualified to talk about. I think beyond that, that's where it becomes kind of weird. Do A&Ws 5 and beyond, but I think at that point there'll be more so just like season retrospectives, more so than like actual informative sort of videos. What am I doing here? Search for Karen. Who the fuck is Karen? Did I check out the Batman trailer? No. Right? Yeah, I didn't watch it. Dude, I forgot if I even did or not. But no, I didn't. Because I'm not a big trailer person in terms of watching trailers for things. I mean, like, unless it's like something I'm like super hyped for, like I don't know, like Avengers Endgame or stuff like that. But it's like just for like any random thing, it's like I don't really care enough to actually actively go out of my way to watch it. It'll more so be a thing like if I like scroll through Twitter and it's there, then like okay, I guess I'll watch it. But like that happened with Cowboy Bebop, the Netflix adaptation, where I did that. But for the most part, I'm not like going out of my way to watch trailers. I'm looking this up right now. Like, how the fuck do I find Karen? Or Kieran? Oh, no, it's Karen, right? Yeah. Oh, there's so many fucking objectives in this game. Oh, we're supposed to... Okay. We need to head back. Alright, well, let's head down there. Can I make a U Season 3 review? Probably not, realistically. If this was like when I first started the channel, I definitely would have. That's something I was actually thinking about recently, is that I definitely would have made a Squid Game review, right? If this was the start of the channel. But where we're at now, I don't have time to put it together. And with You Season 3, it's like, in an ideal world, I would do a video on You as a series at some point, but to go out, like, I don't really have the time to go out of my way to make a review just on Season 3. And I still haven't watched it. I do plan on watching it at some point, but have not gotten around to it just yet. What do you think of John Cho as Spike? I mean, it seems cool. I like the trailers from what I've seen. I do like that. Seems like it's fitting with the tone of the anime. I do like that's. It feels like kind of Scott Pilgrim-y, which I love Scott Pilgrim, so I'm kind of excited for that too. So, yeah, I think it'll be fun. Again, it's another one of these things that I probably won't watch right away just because I don't have the fucking time, but. I'm hoping to watch it at some point. Where am I going? Oh, okay. Fine. What are the time-wise? We're at 2.5 or 2.5. And I'm gonna be honest, I think we're probably gonna wind things down soon. I'm starting to get pretty tired, and it's like already Dude, I think in general, like, from me doing all these speedruns, I feel like I'm just getting, like, really fucking tired at this point. Because, like, these speedruns have been going pretty late in the night. And then I just don't get as much sleep. I didn't even read what you said. Though looking at it now, I see the word raped, so I assume, yes, you probably did go too far. What's Survivor New Zealand Nicaragua format? I mean, in terms of what, it's like episode format or like actual season format? Like, I mean, it's essentially just a season with Redemption Island. In the first half, at least. And that, I mean, normally, like, how you expect it in the first half. And then the second part of Redemption Island, 2 people come back at the final 3, which is dumb. Episode format, it's even dumber, where it's 1 episode of a vote out, other episode is Redemption Island. So essentially you have, like, 2 hours for, like, 1 round of or I mean, it might have actually been more than that. I don't remember exactly how long the episodes were, but it was 2 episodes for, like, 1 round of the actual game. Well, I mean, it's not the full, like, it's 1 episode that ends with Redemption Island, and then the other episode ends with a vote out. So I think what it was is that the episode of Redemption Island, like, had the reward challenge, and then Redemption Island at the end. And the other one was the immunity challenge and then the vote out at the end. Why do I think Kagyan had a final 2? It's because Lindsay quit. Like, I mean, that's pretty much confirmed. Because, like, Lindsay quit at the beginning of a round, which meant that they lost a round of gameplay. Because, like, I think they would have gone for a final 3 had she... Because the thing is, like, it was meant to be a final 3 to begin with, but, and they were going to merge at 12, I believe, and, like, all that sort of stuff. But because she quits at the beginning of the round, that meant that they still had another tribal challenge to go to, and, like, they still had to do 1 more elimination through that. So they merged at 11, and then they just decided to... they could have, like, tried to squeeze away to do a final 3 if they, like, did, like, the juror removal twist or stuff like that. But I think at that point they were just like, fuck it, let's do a final 2 instead. It's like they could have done a final 3 if they really wanted to. Again, like we saw Philippines, they still decided to do a final 3 despite, like, the Dana quit. But that gave us, like, a final 4 finale where they had, like, a reward challenge. Like, their immunity challenge that was supposed to be used was turned into a reward challenge. The same thing with Eric, like, getting medevaced in Karamoan. Like, instead they just turned that into a reward challenge. So it's like, I mean, there was precedent for them to still do a final 3 instead of final 2. But, yeah, I guess they just said, fuck it. Like, let's just try it. And it almost backfired on them, which is funny. From their perspective. Again, it worked out in the best possible fucking way. But I'm pretty sure production was freaking out at the moment that Wu won immunity and almost voted out Tony.
What?
Because, I mean, that's the exact thing that they're trying to avoid. Like, that's why they don't like Final 2s, because they don't like having Final 2s where, like, the bigger players aren't rewarded. Why Dana really quit? Because she was sick. Because she, what was it? Like, I don't remember exactly. Was she dehydrated or what was it? I don't remember exactly. But, like, she was sick to the point where, like she obviously felt like shit, but not sick enough to the point where, like, they were gonna pull her. But she was still like, fuck it, I'm leaving. Well, I think of Shay from New Zealand. She's like she's an interesting one because, like, she's like one of the people that, like, came into the season like being one of the bigger fans, right? Like, she was one of the people that was, like, the most willing to play the game, and, like, she seemed to be playing, like, the most actively at the beginning, but then like, by the end of the season, like, she's one of these people that's, like, kind of too loyal. Like, she kind of remained too loyal to Avi, despite him not really being like willing to fight for her. And she gets swap screwed initially on that on the Tri-Salt where she gets voted out the first time. Bizarre that she's the person to return from Redemption Island. By the way, Redemption Island in the first half of that season is such shit, though, isn't it? I mean, really, it's shit the entire time, but like where I believe it's like the new person that comes in wins every time, right? Where it's like the person voted out versus the new, like, I mean, the person that was just voted out comes in, beats the person that was on Redemption Island already, and it just happens over and over and over again. Like, I don't think there's ever a person that wins 2 duels, right? Which I feel like that kind of lessens the appeal of Redemption Island. I feel like what makes Redemption Island interesting, wait, it is here. What am I doing? Is when you have these arcs like Matt Elrod or like Christine from South Pacific or Ozzy, where you have like these people that go on these like episode long, go on these runs that last a few episodes, and I feel like that's what makes Redemption Island interesting, not when it's literally just a different person every fucking time. Like, imagine if fucking you had Redemption Island, fucking Sarita returned to the game. It's like, well, what the fuck is this?
Say what?
Yeah, I think after this conversation here, we'll probably call it. I'm starting to get pretty tired. Yeah, so next stream, well, I mean, I might stream tomorrow. I might stream a speedrun tomorrow. We'll see. I'm not 100% like, I don't know if I will feel like it. To be honest, if I feel like the way I was before I started this stream here, I probably won't do it. But we'll see. Was it Friday? I won't be able to do a run even if I wanted to, I don't think. I mean, I could actually. We'll see. I mean, like, I'll probably try to do a run one of the next 2 days, though. But then, yeah. So, but next real stream won't be until Sunday. We'll continue off Judgment, I guess, and then obviously it'll be a similar stream to this, just not immediately after the Survivor episode. And a week from today, we'll be back with another stream like this immediately after the Survivor episode. And we'll probably see Sydney being voted out because, again, I feel pretty confident that's what's going to happen. Do I still have Survivor AU 2002 as the second worst season? I think so. I will say I did enjoy it more on the rewatch, but it's still a really dry season, and it's not a season that's like, again, like, it's not like, for me, it's like, it's a pretty big gap between UK Panama and Australian Survivor 2002. Like, UK Panama is like the worst by a lot, but, and like, I think Australian Survivor 2002 is like closer to like UK Pulaltika and like SA, Malaysia, and Panama, and like some of these other ones, and I don't know, like what New Zealand, Nicaragua's down there, Australian Outback's down there, Thailand's down there. So it's like there's other seasons like in the similar sort of tier, but I would probably still say Australian Survivor 2002 is pretty low there. I mean, like, again, like it's such a dry season. Like, it's a season that's almost completely void of humor. And it's, like, kind of similar to UK Panama. It's, like, the casting is really bad. Where, like, you do have, like, Katie, you have Rob. And, like, outside of that, it's, like, I feel like most of the other people are, like, pretty bad casting choices. I mean, Shona's fine. Jane is, like, fine for what she is. Like, considering she's, like, an 18-year-old that, like, has never left her house and never left home. Like, I feel like that's like an interesting like casting decision, I guess, but like for the most part, everyone else, like, I don't think they were particularly great casting. I mean, Craig's fine. I guess David too, if we're going into the pre-merge, is like okay. like David is essentially like a worse version of Ace. Like he's essentially Ace if Ace wasn't like if he's essentially Ace if Ace wasn't a humorous figure. Yeah, you have AU 2002 at 3.8, UK Panama 1.4. Yeah, again, like I feel like that's kind of apt. I feel like that's kind of where, like, I would say I would give like Australian Survivor 2002 like a 3 or 4 out of 10 if I were to give it a score like that, and then I would give UK Panama like a 1 or 2. So I feel like that's kind of where I would give it, just based off of my gut reaction. But again, I feel like there's like a lot of seasons that I would give like a 3 or 4 to for Survivor. So again, like it's kind of like, I do think it's probably still the second worst, but like it's there with a whole bunch of other seasons. While UK Panama is like on its own tier of shittiness. Oh my god, this conversation just keeps on fucking going on. Never fucking ends. Oh my god, really? Okay, you know what? Fuck it. Who cares? That went on for way too long. Alright, should we just end here? Where are we at time-wise? Again, we're 11 and a half hours into this playthrough. Yeah, we're still, like, not even halfway. This is part number 4, too. Fuck me. I wanted to get this done in 6 parts. That's obviously not happening at this point. But yeah, I mean, yeah, hopefully we can finish Judgment at some point, because I really don't, I'm thinking, I don't have anything I need to play after this anyway. It's not like there's any game I need to play specifically, so I guess, like, really we could just take our time with this. But yeah, it's like, yeah, because, I mean, I do want to play Plague Tale, but that's more, like, play the PS5 version of that, but that's more of, like, a personal thing, more so than, like, I'm not going to do anything with that playthrough. It's more so just, like, I kind of want to do it. Yeah, either way. So yeah, again, I'll be back for sure on, well, I shouldn't say for sure. Like, there's definitely a chance I don't end up streaming on Sunday, but even if I don't, then I'll be back on Monday. Like, it'll be one of those 2 days, but more than likely we'll be back on Sunday, with more Judgment, and then, again, potentially one of the next few days for another speedrun of Assassin's Creed Origins, and we will see how that goes. But, yeah, thank you to everyone that's still here, and, yeah, see you guys next time.